'Cause every time we try to break it down and build again, every time we try to make up for something lost, you know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky on a prayer, we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. All of a sudden
Hello, everybody. I'm literally in real time. I'm posting that I'm live here. So you're not supposed to see this. I was just in the nick of time. Oh, I'm disappearing. Look. Oh, this is when I was ahead I was just ahead that one time in my screen. Okay, I'm just pushing next. There we go. Share. Just in case. Just in case. Okay, I think it worked. Well, we'll see what happens. All right. Welcome. Pretend that didn't happen. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Holistics. I'm your host, Hollis Mahady, on this wonderful Friday night. It's May 15th, and it is spring out there. Hell yeah, it was 80 degrees today. Unfortunately, I wasn't outside much because I was behind the computer, but it was a different kind of feeling today because today was a big deal for me. It was a big deal. It's been something I've been working for. Feels like 100 years, but that would be silly because I'm not 100 years old, but it feels like a lifetime. Yes, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, Jim. I'm going to do my housekeeping and tell everybody everything, and then I'm going to say to everyone in the chat because I love it when people are here. It's exciting. It's exciting. But yes, Hollis, that's me. Oh, yes, I'm Hollis Mayday. I think I said that already. Holistics, you're listening to Holistics. And usually I do a TGIF Friday night. Now, not to say at the end we will get into it, but I decided, you know what? Today I wanted to talk about music. I wanted to talk about not just my music, but yes, today, in case anyone's watching this and is like, what is she talking about? I finally released my first single from my new album. It is everywhere. It took forever setting this up. I mean, it's just been a really, really long process. And leading up to it, it was a lot. Like yesterday, I'll get into all that. But on a positive note, it's everywhere now. And I actually, oh, I forgot. What I'll do is I'm going to share the screen in a little bit, and I'll show you like where it is because I put so much work. Chris will appreciate this. I know Chris is in the chat room. I redid my Bandcamp today because I totally forgot that that's somewhere you could actually, put it for sale or whatever. So that took a while, but I'll bring that up because I was proud. It took me forever. I was like getting the page all set. But these are a list of things artists have to do when they're on their own and they're independent. And I always say, what does independent mean? It means you have no help and no money. Maybe some people have money, but I spent a lot of money getting this together. We're going to get into all that too because I had some revelations about music and money and purpose and why we do music and all the stuff I do talk about. But it's a different feeling today. And to celebrate, I cracked open the mail. I actually got this dress. And I got this dress on the TikTok shop. I've talked about this before. And in the mail, I think it came out Tuesday or Wednesday. It was sitting in my room. And I said, you know what? I'm going to open it Friday. And I'm going to wear a new dress on my podcast. And I got 3 of them. And actually, to be honest, I got 5 dresses altogether. Oh, I was celebrating. It's summer. I think I talked about this before. I didn't update my wardrobe in quite some time. I've just been sitting behind the computer in my old clothes. This is a girl thing. Sorry, guys. This is a girl thing. But yes, I opened them up and I said, you know what? This is the one I want to wear because it's kind of like very spring. It's fun. It's different and it fits nice. So I'll do a review and put that up on my TikTok because, like I said, I'm experimenting with my TikTok shop. I have a showcase because I hit 1,000 followers and I've cracked the code. I know Chris isn't into TikTok, but I'm learning. So it's all up on TikTok too. My music's up there and Spotify. We're going to talk about that too. We're going to talk about all this stuff tonight. But in case anyone didn't know, this is a song that I did. Now, I didn't update this because I forgot, to be honest, because it's not coming soon. It's here. Here, I'll play it real quick. But this is what it was leading up. Here we'll. Underneath the covers, don't have to face the shame. Don't have to feel this pain. It's where I wanna stay. I remove it. Oh, it's gone. There we go. And yeah, so today is May 15th. And I just thought about that. So it's my sister's birthday, May 19th, and I meant to get a card to send her. So hopefully it'll get there in time. I gotta get that tomorrow and send it out. Love you, Chrissy, if you're listening. Um, but yes, today was a big deal. It was a big deal. And but let's talk a little bit about it now this day in the music age. Okay, before I get into that, if you guys are interested in it, it's on Bandcamp. Um bandcamp.com. Like I said, when I do a break, I'll pull up the links and show you a little bit. So I forgot to put it on my website. I meant to do that. I got up and like I wanted to do all this before, but it's kind of ridiculous because you can't really do anything before because the song's not up. So today I spent time like now that if you are in on TikTok or on Instagram or Facebook and you search, you know how you want to add music to your one of your your reels or whatever if you're making like photo collage or a video or whatever and it says add audio, if you search Hollis Mahady covers, it'll come up. So now you can use that in the background if you want to. If you have a moment, maybe you're doing some fun video and you're in the covers and it would be good, but then it spreads. But so it's in TikTok as well. So because before it was a pain because all the videos I had to make, I had to put the sound in myself and upload it because it wasn't in that library. So now it's gonna be a lot easier. So they say, oh, do all this stuff before, but you can't really do anything. Even last night, it wasn't until 11 o'clock, I finally was able to put the photos on Spotify on the profile and all that. That was my fault, but because I thought I had done it and it didn't save. So at midnight, I looked and it was on Spotify. Now, Spotify, I'm just not excited about in the least because it's just like, okay, we've talked about this. I'm glad Chris is in the chat room there. That great. It's on Spotify now. And there's like 100,000 songs released a day, like more than half are by like computers and robots. So it's like, I don't know. And it's like, oh, wait, download my song for free. Like, maybe will you listen to it? Will you like it? Can you, like, I don't care. I don't care about Spotify really, but I'm happy at the same time. It's up there. So maybe I send things to playlists. I mean, no one ever answers you. No one ever answers me ever. So, um, try to keep it positive, but I want to keep it real. I want to keep it real. Yeah, because leading up to it yesterday, I was just kind of, when you put music out now in this day and age, what do you expect really? What it's more like is anyone gonna care? Is anyone gonna care? It's just like I care and I'm proud and it's out there. Maybe I've did it for myself. It was a big accomplishment that it's actually out because now once you like the first one's the hardest because you have to do everything, and then when the next one comes out, you've already done it. So now I know how to do the TuneCore a little easier and the Spotify, and it's all set. It's already done. So the next one is like I'm already working on it. It's going to be up very soon because I was holding back music, and then I'm like, you know what? I just want to get it out there already. I'm just going to start putting it out there. But being in the music industry for so long, there was always a way you do things, and now things are just so different. And that's why I actually named the episode tonight. I'm gonna pull up the name on Rumble of what we called the episode. Hold on, let's see if I could find it here. I know it's here, but I'm still getting used to this freaking phone. There's Rumble, and this was my here. We're gonna read it real quick, and then I'm gonna say hi to everybody in the chat room if you're watching it. Yes, here it was. Okay. I'm looking at myself right now, and there's 8 people watching it. Oh, okay. So let's see. Sorry, guys. Are you seeing it? You saw it on Rumble? Oh, here we go. This is the name of the episode is. I can see myself looking at it. Okay. The name of the episode is We Were Told to Follow Our Dreams. Right? You hear that, right? And I say it too, right? Follow your dreams, follow your passions. I've said that. I stand by that. But no one warned us about the algorithms. Holistics. Episode 28, guys. We're almost at episode 30. That's a big one, right? And if I do them more consistently, which I'm going to start doing again, like every night, which is my goal to get back to doing it every night. It's just been too much. Look, this just takes forever. So, sorry, I'm scratching my nose. It's an itchy nose. These things happen. But, yeah, no one warned us about the algorithms. Okay. And then I said, we were told to follow our dreams. No one warned us about the algorithms. Tonight's episode is personal. I guess they're all pretty personal. I'm celebrating the release of my new single, which I just told everyone about, while also being honest about the emotions leading up to it. Because yesterday I did not have a good day. And I'm going to tell you why, because I like to keep it real, because maybe other people have experienced this. Um, I'm celebrating the release of my new single and being honest about my emotions leading up to it because being an artist right now feels confusing. I don't make music for money. I do it because I love it, because it's in my heart. It says because I have to. I changed that. Anyway, but at what point does something you dedicate your life to become just a hobby? Now this goes back to episode like 2, right? If nobody buys music anymore. In a world of algorithms, AI, pay to play, promotion, ads, and endless content, how does an independent artist actually survive? Is real art still enough? Is real music enough? Or is visibility only for the people who can afford it? And it's interesting now because I'm living it in real time, because back in 10, 15 years ago in the music industry, before it all changed, because it's a huge shift, it's different. It was the same. I mean, it's always the same thing. It is pay to play. I remember playing at the Whiskey A Go Go. It was not like you have to get yourself there. You have to pay for it. You have to pay for tickets. You have to promote yourself. You have to do so. Do you have the money to fly out there? Do you have the money for the equipment? Do you have the money to buy tickets and then sell them? So money helps. So it's just a different kind of pay to play, and it's also used to be slave to the record industry. Now it's like kind of slaves to the algorithm. That's how I feel. But this isn't me giving up. It's me asking the question I know a lot of artists are secretly wondering. What do we do now? Yes, it's out. Now what? Um, would love to hear your thoughts tonight, and then my links if you want to support. And actually I have the link there if anyone's wondering. It's on my Bandcamp link if you want to click on that, and that's where it is. Um and my buy me a coffee as well. This way I'm trying here. But it's gonna be a lot easier, well, maybe not a lot easier, but now that my music, there's something out there. It's nice. It's nice. Okay, so I just kind of said all that, but then we're gonna get into the conversation. See if anyone has any questions out there and stuff like that. So again, real quick, the U QR code of I was calling it UPS, the UPS QR code there. Um, for if you donate, if you buy me a coffee, if you do something, then you will be entered to win a lyric painting. I don't think we did hit that $100 yet, but that's okay. When we get to that, I think it's about 30 or 40. I haven't been doing that much. I haven't really pushed it and all that. So anyone who donates will be entered to win a lyric painting, and I will show a picture of that later. But yes, so there you go. hollismahady.com. I have to update it. So it's on my list and I forgot to do it today with the new single and everything. So, but in the description of the show on Rumble, there is my Bandcamp, and just go on Spotify, type Hollis Mahady. It should come up under artist. It's there. It's there. And when I play my video, then I'm going to share my screen and show you everything because I'm proud moment. But let's go to the chat room and say hello to everybody and see if anybody has any input or feelings, because Chris is in the chat room and I know he released some music. So we're going to keep it real here and see how he's feeling about his album release and things like this. Thank you, Daniel Smeriglio. Anyone know that is my husband, and I love him. And thank you, honey. He says that. Jim says, "Hi, are you ready?" Yes, I am ready. Are you pumped? Yes, Jim, I am pumped. Actually, I've just been talking about how I need to start lifting weights and toning my arms, because this is the thing. Summer comes and you're like, oh, and I've been sitting behind the computer, but now I just feel like a big weight has been lifted off me. I'm like, I'm getting myself together now. I got to get back to the gym, got to get a swing, and I need to tone my arms and get pumped, even more pumped. Thank you, Chris. Chris says, "Hey everyone, listen to covers. It's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it." And you know what, Chris? On my Spotify, I did this last night. I was able to have an artist pick, and I found your Sunny Window. It's my artist pick. And so if you go to mine, you'll find him, and then you could click on it and you could find him, because he's a real authentic artist. That's what I think I put on there, because you had to put something about it. So it's like a real artist with integrity. And yes, we're going to get into that. You would burn if you went outside. Oh yeah, I am pretty white. I need a tan. I really need a tan. But I also got another bathing suit. So I have 2 new bathing suits. And I'm not trying to brag here, but I'm excited about it because we have a pool. And I don't think the pool's open yet. I think it's opening Memorial Day, which is next weekend, right? Gosh, time goes fast. But yeah, you got to enjoy these times, because you don't get a huge window for summer. And I freaking love summer. But yes, I'm Irish. I'm part Irish, so I do tan. I don't burn. Well, yeah, I guess I do burn, but I'm really white. I'm really white. But hey, what do you expect? I mean, it's Cleveland here. The side has been a winter forever. We do have a tanning booth here too. I live in a fancy place. No, it's not that fancy, but they do have some nice amenities. We have a gym and there's a tanning booth in there. I haven't gotten to use that there much, but um Jim says, gave your single to my cousin, music producer. Oh, thank you. Thank you. See, this is how it's going to have to work. You can just share it. And I really appreciate that, Jim's. James, Thames. I keep saying we're going to talk about it, but we got to talk about your cousin. But now it's easier that it's out. It's just been like, oh, it's coming. It's coming someday. I've been saying this for freaking years, so that's why it's been like, oh, yay, good. And already there's more coming. And actually, right before I came on, I was uploading a Buy Me a Coffee update. So all you guys who did sign up for Buy Me a Coffee, it was me practicing, and there's like some mistakes and things. And like I said, I was showing a real practice and me playing Amnesia and covers and another song, Devil in Me, which is again, all these things are coming very soon now. But it's going to be on Buy Me a Coffee tonight. So when I get done here, I will upload it. So there's extra. And I'm going to be doing a lot more on Buy Me a Coffee now that I have time because I have plenty of footage because we were in the studio last week and Dan took some footage, and that was a big thing trying to get my audio all set up. And it's just everything just takes so long. So there you go. If anyone's interested, so I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, is this boring? I don't know. I just want to just talk about me, but this episode is about music. Hello, Jason. Welcome in, Jason. Jason's in the house. Yes, I appreciate the Bandcamp setup. I do too, actually. Yeah, I'm glad it's up there because, like I said, and we're gonna get into it. Because I've come to a realization because I've talked about money and music and selling your music and why do we really do it, and so we're gonna talk about it. But Bandcamp, I was pushing because there's the option to pay. It's a dollar. I put $1.29 because they take their cut. So I'm like, you maybe get $1 from it, But we're gonna get into it because I've also kind of given up on money for music, which might sound kind of crazy, but I'm going to get into why. And it's coming. It's coming soon. I answered you. Yes. I'm the same day. I'm the same day pitch to playlist before it comes out and nothing ever comes of it. Yeah. I mean, I only did it to the one on Spotify. I mean, you don't get a response. I mean, you just don't even know. I didn't send it to that many people. I sent it to like one radio person I saw, but I have a whole list. But now I could send it and be like, here, sure, try to get on the radio or whatever. Now that it's out, because you say you're supposed to do this all before, but I had nothing to show them. It was, you could send the track, and I did do that with one. I emailed them the track and I put on a private link, and they don't even write back. Yeah, again, I'm sure they get millions and millions of what's it called? Submissions. That's it, and half of them, like we said, probably more than half of them are AI now. So we're gonna get into that as well. Hello, white noise. Shannon's in the house. Aw, happy Friday. Happy Friday. TGIF. And at the end we could talk about some TGIF. But I have to be honest, it's fun, TGIF, but sometimes I'm just like, I don't know. I don't want to get bored. And so so I might do something different on Fridays. Like maybe Spriglia wanted to talk about 70s and 60s. So switch it up a bit. Maybe we'll do TGIF. It's always gonna be TGIF, but maybe once a month or something. Because these things. Aw. Thank you, Jim. Hollis, come on now. You're doing your very best. Thank you. I'm promoting you. Yes, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, Joe's in the house. Joe, I was wondering where you were because you weren't here the other night, and I worried. I said, Dan, can you check on Joe, make sure he's okay? Which is the night I think we had Jason on, and I didn't see you in there. Just making sure you're okay because I know sometimes you work late, but are you? Okay, Joe says, good evening, Hollis. I just started my vacation today for 7 days. Good for you. Got the yard work done, so I'm ready to relax. Good. Well, it's still TGIF. And maybe the end, I could crack out my trivia cards if anyone's really missing it and do the Jeopardy. But like I said, this day it's been a long time in the making. So I thought, you know what? Let's just be real and you guys appreciate artists. Not everyone in here is. I know I'm addressing Chris because he just put an album out too. So, but for the other people, might be interesting, I hope so. Yay! Thank God Hollis is live. Yes. I'm glad I came on tonight. Because I wasn't on since Monday live. But I've been preparing for this. It just takes a while. I'm excited for my album release May 25th, but probably like you, trying to think of a good way to promote it. Yeah. Yes. So Chris is coming out yours is May 25th, but you did the 3 singles before it. So you're doing what I'm starting to do. Um, I just came into the chat and Dan goes to a different chat. Oh, he'll be back, I'm sure. I don't know where he is. Um, if you need some help out with your workout arms, yeah, let me know a good one. It's this part, this is your bicep. I guess it's your tricep, right? Like the underarm, the fat. Like, oh god, I gotta tone it. All girls are like that. You're like, you don't want to. You just want to be able to wear tank tops and not be self conscious. And also, I just want to get stronger. I want to get my bones stronger because you got to start now, or got to keep yourself in tip top shape, or aging happens and then it gets harder. I know that. Awesome, thank you. Okay, great. Okay, right. Okay, great, guys. Oh, okay, so let's get into it. What happened yesterday? No, it's just one of those things where and I already knew what to expect. Like, just because you put it out, like, no one cares. I mean, I'm not saying that you don't care. I don't mean it rude, and I'm not trying to be negative. But it was like long time ago. You're putting things out like people are ready. They're waiting for it. They want like this was like a long time ago. So I did the traditional music industry. It was like a big deal, and now as a independent artist, again, we've talked about this a lot. You just kind of put up on like, will anyone look at it? Will anyone read the email? Will anyone open it? I mean, I'm certainly not expecting any money. I mean, as far as people buying it, I mean, $1.20. I mean, and again, we're going to talk about it. I keep saying we're talking about it right now. I came to the realization, it was yesterday, where I was just kind of like, you know, this is what happened. For so long, doing it, going to Hollywood, literally trying to make it in music. I always talk about it. It's like you want to get paid to do what you love. And then so many people don't get paid to do it. And then they get the 9 to 5 job and then they do it on the side. And I remember with me, it was like, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go to LA. I'm going to go to, it was like, there was no other choice. And for a long time. And that was the thing. I went through all this stuff. And if it was just about money, I think I would have played the game better. And I probably could have had a lot more money. But I realized that I didn't like the music industry. It was a lot of things I didn't like. There was a lot of drugs. There was a lot of darkness. There was a lot of alcohol. I lived in Hollywood. Ever since I've learned a lot about Hollywood, there's a lot of dark forces. And it wasn't for me. And there's people who will do anything it takes. Anything. And I'm not going to get too deep into it here because it's like, oh, conspiracy theories? No. I mean, I live there. So it was never for money. And if it really was, I would have probably played the game a little bit better, got the money and maybe still be there. Maybe I would have been dead. I don't know. Because a lot of times a lot of these things happen, drugs, alcohol, like people get thrown out. I mean, I get into it. I save some of this for the behind the scenes, my Comedy of Errors podcast, which I am going to do another episode. So if it was just for money, then I would have played the game a lot better, gotten what I wanted, and probably, I don't know. But when I left, I still had it in my soul so bad that I was like, it was so different. It wasn't about trying to make it. It wasn't trying about, oh, I want to be a rock star. I want to have a cool band. Like, screw that. I'm good. But it was more like I started writing a lot of songs. Like right now, Covers is just my first one out, but I have a song called Bringers of the Dawn. I have a song called Edenshire, which is about God. I have a song called I'm Sorry, which is about God. I have a song called The Devil in Me, which is about Hollywood. I have a song called, well, I said Bringers of the Dawn, about light working, about bringing light to the earth. It's a very dark place. I've always felt like I was here to anchor the light and bring the light. And I think a lot of people are. But then you get thrown into the dark and you're like, oh my gosh, and you're not spreading the light. So it was, for me, my purpose changed. It wasn't like, oh, I want to be a rock star. You'll hear me say it now. I'm not trying to be a rock star. I hate the music industry. I hated the old one. And now we're navigating whatever this is. I just want to play music. But the thing was, here's the hard part. When you put so much into it, you do think, well, gosh, I need to make money from it. Now, if I was doing this on the side, which I couldn't have done everything I've done, like putting this podcast together, doing the radio station, and had a full-time job. It never would have happened, because I I like getting the pictures to like everything, building a website for all this. Like I couldn't have. And I spent a lot of my own money. Luckily, my husband worked. Then he lost his job, and it was awful. But he was able to pay the bills, and I wasn't making income a lot, like here and there, like little jobs and things. But he had enough. I'm just being honest, So I was able. I was blessed. I was able to keep doing it. And then when I was in Scranton, I lived at home. When my dad passed away, I was able to stay there for a while. And I didn't have to pay rent, and I was able to build Passion Productions. I was able to learn all. Like, there's no way that I could have done what I've done and did this album and did these pictures and put it all together if I was working a full-time job, because it is a full-time job. And then all of a sudden you're done and you're like, well, I better make money from it. Right? It's like you feel like you hear that too. And this goes back to episode 2 when I was like, oh, well, it's just a hobby if you're not getting paid for it, right? So all of a sudden I'm thinking, and I've said this on the show before. And Chris was here and I said it to him, like, I don't want to give my music away for free. But then I went back because I was almost conditioned to be like, no, like why should I give it for free? But the reason I do it is not for money. So so I came to this conclusion, especially I mean some of my they're all important songs to me. I have a song called Eden Shire. It's very it's very special to me. It's the whole reason I've started doing music. Not started doing music, but it's there's so much to it. And I just feel there's so much darkness in the world. Music is such power. It has healing, it has light. And I'm not just talking about my music. Good music with depth that talks about like has higher vibes, like energy, frequencies. There's certain things like in my next album, I want to have like the 32 hertz like things that are going to higher the vibe of this world because it's dark. And I always felt my purpose. This is why I went and did it for so long. And I tried to do it in Love Zombies. I had songs Lighten Up. I had songs Awaken. I thought having high vibe music, but I was stuck in industry. And there were some good people. And like, look, I still know Chris from that era. The good things came from it. So I'm not here like, fuck all that. I'm not. But the underbelly of the music world and entertainment and it's dark. Oh my God, it's so dark. It's so freaking dark. And I struggled so bad with that because I wanted it. And I always felt, well, if I could just like, get a platform, I could tell everyone, I could do light and love. No, it didn't work like that. It was just like, I need to get out of it. I can't. My vibrate, like everything was like, it was weird. Like when people say you have to sell your soul, you do sell a piece of it. Like if you want to have the perfume line and you want all the money and there's stuff that you have to sacrifice. And it was just like, no, I can't. And so it was a really long journey of leaving it and rebuilding my life and learning to be able to write these songs. And I, really turned to God and it was about getting my music out and hopefully helping other people maybe heal certain things or whatever. It was about spreading the light. Bringers of the Dawn is a song that I had for soul. Amnesia is another song that I talk about. But the whole thing I talk about amnesia is like, I've talked about it before, but it's like, I feel like we come to this earth and people forget who they are, why we're here. I always talk about this. This was Love Zombie was about. I truly do feel we're here to love ourselves and love each other. And it's just it's such a hard world where you don't feel that at all. And that's why I would get so down sometimes. I'm like, wow, why is this such a mean freaking world, man? This world sucks, right? But you have to, they say that. Who says it? Was it the Dalai Lama or something? Be the change you want to see in the world. So if I stop doing music, because even yesterday, it's crazy. It's coming to the point where it's out and it's like, I'm not trying to do, I don't even want to, like, I want to get my stuff out there. But I was like, I don't want to post one more stupid little thing on TikTok and be like, look at me, everyone. But like, it's just, that's not why I'm doing music. But at the same time, I'm like, well, if I don't do that, no one's ever going to see it. No one's going to hear the music, hear the songs. I don't know if I'm even making sense. And White Noise says dark forces. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, okay. And Joe says, house work was really busy the past 3 days before today. That's why I wasn't on. No, that's okay. I'm just making sure you're okay. But yeah, dark forces. Hell yeah. And I mean, whatever. Like, I don't talk about politics on the show, so I'm not going to get into anything like that. But there's a lot of forces in the world. And you think about vibration and frequency. What is music? Is vibration. Music is frequency. Music is healing. It's so important. Okay, good. Well, Chris gets it. Yeah, you do understand. I know you would, because I even said that. I'm like, that's the thing. I don't want it. I do want to give my music away for free. I just want people to hear it, but because it just took so long, that's all I've ever done. Um, I've spent so much of my own money to do it. You think I'm not giving away for free. You should be paying for it because you want like. But then I think yesterday it hit me. It was just like, this is just the way it is. No one's going to pay for music anymore. I mean, maybe someone. I mean, you might like, you know what I'm saying. But like, people might pay $1 and buy it or whatever. But when you're like, no. But it was hard. So it was just kind of almost a relief. It's just like, it's a relief to not. I don't want money from it. Like I'm saying, like, yes, I would like people to buy it. It's weird. I feel like I'm contradicting myself. I do and I don't. It's not why I do it. Like I said, when you go, and if it was why I was doing it, I wouldn't be doing it because it doesn't pay anything. I've always like spent money on it, and I don't know if I'm making sense, but I'm just being honest. And my point was, I think there needs to be good and real music out there, and no one's gonna probably buy it. So it's just like, I guess that's what it boils down to. And it was almost just like a relief. Like it's like, okay, good. Now I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna do what I can and put it out. And maybe I'm wrong. We'll see what happens. Maybe people will buy it. Like I'm gonna get some merchandise and sell. And my point is, I want to go and play live shows. I miss people. I want to see what it's like anymore. Are there people out there? Is there like? I think I was mourning the loss of music. It sounds crazy, but it was like, again, not that many. Chris could understand this, and maybe I'm making sense or not to people who, maybe there are people out there who understand this. It's an art. When you dedicate so long or your whole life to it, and all of a sudden you hear people don't buy albums anymore. No one cares. 20 million Spotify AI is taking over. I was crying. I was mourning the loss. I was like so sad. I was like, my God. Like they take, and I got pissed. I'm like, they take sacred things and make it meaningless. Like how many times, like, okay, for instance, I was watching No Doubt the other day. They're back in Las Vegas. They're doing the Sphere or whatever. And there's this big show and they're on tour and it's a big thing. And No Doubt was my favorite band growing up. Like I loved Gwen Stefani when I was younger. I mean, you could tell with the hair. Like I loved her. I loved the band. I loved those albums. I mean, I grew out of it. And I wouldn't say they're my favorite band anymore, but like hearing some of the songs brought back memories. I'm like, oh, and just like I grew up with that. And those albums I would play over and over and really love that band, like love the music and just to hear. I've literally, and I've talked about this when I took those little music courses. And oh, how to market yourself now? It's all about single. No one cares about albums. No one cares about this. Only do 3 minutes. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. Sorry to curse. Well, I can curse. I get passionate about it. It's like that's why I got mad. I'm like, who made these rules that music has to have no meaning? No one has any attention spans. We can't do this. Like, that's why I got upset. And I felt myself for the last couple of weeks trying to do like TikTok. Oh, I better show them 3 seconds. And I'm just like, you know what? No, I'm going to put it out. I'm going to put my soul, like I'm going to put meaningful things out. I'm going to put and if the right people find the right people find it, I'm not relying on it for money anymore. I don't care. It's probably not going to, maybe it will, but I'm not pushing it away and saying, oh, I hope I never make more. But my point is Edenshire, Bringers of the Dawn. These are the names of my album. Heyoka is a song. It's about lights, but all these things that I think are important. I want it to be high vibe music that helps other people maybe lift the planet a little bit. And then my another album, I have a song called Gratitude. I have a song called Atonement. Like I have all these things coming out that are important things and I want them out there. So it's just, I don't know, it was just a battle between myself and myself. And it was just, I was so sad yesterday. I was crying. I was just like, it's old, music is over. That's how I felt. Let me see. And again, someone who's been doing it for so long and is living through it and seeing it, I was just so sad. I was like, oh my God. Because I sit here we listen to oldies all the time. Like this is music that saved people's lives. And then to think like, I just have to fight. Maybe, oh, someone will see it and look at my thing and like, oh, like, it's just like, I just want to put out, maybe someone will find it who needs it. Whatever. Again, I'm not trying to be a rock star. I'm not trying to make millions of dollars from it. I would want to do shows. I would love to, yes, because I plan to make little like albums and artwork and do that. And I'm gonna go out and play shows. And maybe there are some people. I was also, you get into the world, like no one cares about anything. People are like not human. No one's connecting. And there are a lot of people, but there are, like, you guys are in the chat room, and there are some people who still need it. So that's who I am. But I found myself leading up to it, like, I have to do this, I have to do this. And then I thought, I don't do anything. I could do what I want. And I was like, I better release them after, because this says this. You better put it in spot. Screw Spotify. Like, they rip off like, no one even ever gets paid. Oh, let me hurry. Let me go put, oh, it's finally on Spotify. Yay. Let me go put it up. Maybe I'll get into a playlist. Maybe some people will discover me that will never buy the music anyway. Maybe Buried in the Robot. Remember, Chris, if you want to write what you had, I said it the other night in the show that, oh, they're going to tell people if you're AI or not. There's some great check mark coming. I'm sure it costs money. I don't know. And you have to have 10,000 followers to get, like, screw you. It's another thing, And it's like, I don't know. I've never been good at playing at the rules and playing the game. And it's a new game. And it's just like, we have to pave our own way. And that's what I said. I exist. Music has always been part of like who I am. Like, it's like, I have a voice. I love to sing. I like to make people happy. I like to connect people. I want to heal people. I hate when people are sad. I hate when people are sad and they are giving up on their dreams, or they want to, God forbid, like, they get so sad they want to give up. I hate that. That's why I want to, like, be there and say, you can't, like, you could be like, I like to help people. And I always thought it was just through music, but there's other things I'm interested in doing too. What does Chris says? Chris says, now it's hard enough to get heard without expecting anyone to pay for it, as not many people do anymore. It costs us more than we make. Yeah. There's great people out there like Aaron that still do, though. Yeah. No, exactly. There are a few, who understand. And because you don't know Aaron, Chris, but you only met him. But like, he's one of the most, I don't know if he's in here, or he didn't say hi, but maybe he's here. Like, one of the most freaking compassionate, and he loves music himself. He's a musician as well. One of the most empathetic. I love him so much, and his wife, obviously, and Aspen is his son. But like, Aaron is just. I just wish I knew more Aarons. He's one of a kind, and he's just the most empathetic, compassionate person. And that's what I said. I even put out a post today. I said about Beyond Camp. I said, here, it's up there. I'm sure no one will buy it, but it's there for $1.29 for any of those people who actually care about, preserving artists, or just expect it for free. I don't know. I put something, it wasn't really bitchy, but it was kind of just like, yeah, we'll see what happens, because you're probably not going to pay. But there are very few people who care enough, who say, wow, what do I say? Think about the soul behind this song. Wow, that must have cost a lot of money. I enjoy it. I'll give her $1. Yeah, I'm listening to it. I mean, people, because again, people now are like, oh, I'll just listen to someone else. It's free everywhere. Why should I pay for music? Like, because again, it comes back to the people just doing it to be a rock star, to be a TikTok celebrity, to do AI. They don't care. They're not singing about things that matter. I mean, Chris has a beautiful song about his dad suffering from Alzheimer's. Real people want, like, oh, it's not cool. It's not trendy. It's not going to get, like, these are songs that need to be out, and that's why we do it. And that could help someone. And it helped him write it. And my song, Hole in Our Hearts, is about loss, about grief. I mean, it was, so, and there are people, like you said, there's just not that many. Goes back to the recreation movement about, make it, exist it. But I think it was just kind of a revelation, where it was just a relief. It was like, you know what? I just accepted it. I mean, it's not like you ever, even back in the day, it was never, bands are always ripped off by the industry. They're ripped off by managers, like all these people. Like, I talked about Badfinger, the story of that. I mean, it's just a different thing now. It's just whatever. We don't do it to get paid, but it's hard to do it and not get paid anything, because then you have to go get another job and then you don't have time to do it. I mean, this is the conundrum. And so, like I said, I was blessed. I'm totally honest. I would never have been able to do it. If Dan had a job, I was able to stay home and get this. Not everyone could do that, And now it's like, okay, great. I could do something else now. Maybe I'll go be a gym trainer as well and do my music. Like, I'm not saying I'm giving up on music, but it's almost like, you know what? I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know what happened, or if I'm making sense, but it's a relief. It just took so long, because I didn't want to put out anything crappy. Like, it was meaningful to me. And I am going to do a second album. And I spent so much time bringing my recording stuff up here. I'm going to do demos. I still have to get a few things for that. But it was almost like this pressure, and I was starting to put in my head because this one says we have to pay micro content, and then we have to do it like this. Then the Spotify playlist, then we have to do this, and I'm like, you know what? Screw you. I do it because I love it. Okay, I'm never going to make money from it. Fine, I'm still going to do it. I'm going to put it out because I want to help someone, or I want to, or because the people who I look up to and I talk like who talk about God and talk about important things, I sing about it, and it's a different form of hopefully maybe healing people, connecting people, bringing light to the world. That's why I'm doing it. Um, yes. Chris says, I love to hear his music. If he's in here, send me a link, Aaron. Yeah. I don't know if he doesn't have anything out yet, but, or maybe he has something. Maybe he'll probably send you something. I'll let you guys talk. Yes. But he's a deep person. And that's, like I said, there's not that many. It's few and far between to meet people with empathy because again, it's just self-interest. Everything's just self-interest. And I'm not saying that, oh, I'm just like, oh, of course, like you have your self-interest. My big thing was like, how am I going to pay for this stuff? So you want to make money. But now I just feel like, okay, good. It's done. Now I just can have fun with it. I'm not spending thousands of dollars on music videos I've spent a lot on my equipment. And now, there's no one like telling me. There's no boss telling me. And I think it is. It's like muscle memory. Like I'm always feel like I have to do this. I don't have to do anything. You have to do with music. You know what I mean? It's like, wait a minute. This is why I went through all this. But it's almost like, no, but they say you have to do this and you should do it this way. Do it this way. But if everybody and their freaking mother and brother and sister and cat and dog are doing it that way, then what? I've never gone with what everyone else is doing. So whatever. I'm just like you said, you just die for connection. And to me, music is sacred. Sorry. Like I was listening to this thing, not sorry, but sorry, not sorry. I was listening like George Harrison, right? I was listening Quentin. I didn't see him. Maybe Quentin's watching. But thank you for sending me that George Harrison clip. It was like 30 minutes. I should get it and play it. I want to do an episode about it. I love him. He was like the spiritual Beatle. I guess they all kind of John Lennon too, I guess. But he was a big influence on me. I always listened to him when I was younger. Well, I didn't really understand all of it until I was older. All Things Must Pass. Like that album. I played the harmonica. I was always I'm a hippie. Oh my gosh, a hippie at heart. I'm just like, oh, what's the point of life? What is all this? And he says it, what is life? Like it's true. I've always been. That's why I just want to sing and write songs all day and not worry about this. Then it's like, oh, the Matrix come, your bills, you have bills to pay. Who cares about light and love? And then you could get into conspiracies of, whoa, who's doing this to us? Who are they? Why are they doing this to us? Why is everything so dark? Why is someone who loves music is all of a sudden, I'm going to give up? No, because of TikTok said, I'm not even following me. Oh, it's just like, whatever. I love, Shannon says, it's the head, it takes over and oh yeah. And it works to destroy us. But and we'll talk about these things too. Like I said, I finally could catch up and do more episodes on this stuff. There's a movie. It's called Dan. If you're watching, what is it? Is it The Social Dilemma? Oh, this is done by design. This stuff. Oh my god, they target you with like frequencies. If you're into this stuff, like I heard a rumbling. Is he coming? It's not even you. Like yesterday, thank God I have Dan, and he has his hard days too, and I'm there to help him. He's like, it's not you. It's not you. It's like, because all of a sudden I'll be like, oh, and I don't feel like that, but it's like, they know Social Dilemma. That's a movie. We should play it. Jess is in the house. Yes. Yes. Imagine, like, well, the best sound, like literally, I loved, and just, I gotta play that. Are you a big, who's your favorite Beatle, everyone in there? Who did I meet? No, I didn't meet Ringo Starr. I met his daughter in London. But it was George Harrison and John Lennon. They kill him, obviously. We got to get into it more. Oh, he was spreading light. Music is a frequency. Music, when everybody is listening to peaceful music, did you ever hear that when everybody's meditating, it could like make a change in the world? Like when big, huge groups of people vibes are lifted, It like raised the frequency, makes people happy. Okay. So if there's dark forces working in the world, do they want people to be happy? No, let's shoot them. Now all of a sudden, boom, everyone's like, oh my God. Do you think he was? I mean, again, what is it? I'm not on TikTok right now, but what do you? Oh, this is just for entertainment purposes only. I wonder who really shot. Like, who was it? Who was put up to it? They say the same thing to Michael Jackson. Did you ever hear about like timelines and shifts? Like big catastrophic events happen, and boom, like the timeline changes. So you get into all this crazy stuff. But I should play. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna do an episode about it next week because I've always loved George Harris. I mean, I always loved the Beatles, but it was like when they went separately on their own in different direction, John Lennon on his own. Oh, who was it? McCartney and Lennon wrote. I mean, McCartney wrote "Let It Be." They always say that's a beautiful song. That's very spiritual. But that one came from. I remember reading that came in a dream to him. Yeah, so good. I mean, this is the stuff. Like, I'm not saying I'm the like, oh, my music's so important, but this is what we're going to be losing if people don't fight for it. So again, it's not about money for me, but like I said, my song Edenshire, there's a lot of important songs, and I still feel there's a lot to come. But they do this. They, they, take like, gonna make something so sacred just mean nothing. That's why I get mad because again, you get to the point where there's a lot of good people who just stop because they make it impossible. Like I said, I was honest. Like the only reason I was able to do this was because of some things happened that like it was okay. That's why I can't stop and I'm going to keep putting music out. But it's just like the pressure of why I don't like. That's why I think it made me like sick, like not humiliating because I don't care what people like. Oh, will you look at my single on TikTok? Like, but then if you could use it as a tool, because there are like conscious people out there. There's people who like there's older people on there who might like need this. Like good and again, not just my music. I'm not just talking about me. So there are good things. It's just like you feel like where's the depth? Like, where is it? Like, will there ever be like a John Lennon again? Someone who thinks they are impersonating it because they got the hat and they know how to work the algorithm. Oh, no, sorry. I get so pissed off. That's why I was crying. I was like, no, they're not taking music too. Like, I'm just like, you work so hard, like, oh, it's finally out. Like, you usually, again, not like, oh, I'm going to get all this money or something, but like, people used to care like a little bit. Even I knew, like, I knew not to expect anything, but I'm just like, yeah, I'll send out an email. I'm sure no one will write back. That part makes me mad. I'm about to write an email and be like, if anyone writes back, I'm going to go on my new email list because all of you people suck. Like they don't. I know that's me, but not all. Maybe you guys are on. I don't even know if you guys are on it. But and then I go back and forth. This is me, like literally head, like angel or devil, like, oh, don't say that. Oh, don't say that because do they all suck? Because it's not their fault. I go back and say, okay, they're overwhelmed. It's not their fault. Too many choices, too many things, too many space. It's like constant stimulations. Oh my God. It's like I hate TikTok. I hate it. I hate it all. And I found I have to make money. Let me go tell the mom this dress is so great. It's like, but you see why people want money because it buys freedom. And you could sit around and create and play guitar all day. Good. White Noise says shit. I needed this. We keep it real here, John Lennon. Was that you? That was your favorite? Lennon will always be my favorite. Yeah. Yeah. That's a toss out. Definitely. Well, Lennon McCartney, because George Harrison went out on his own. And I think he wrote his songs on his own. They were always involved like the Hare Krishnas and like all that stuff. And I remember when I went to England, I lived in England. That's the reason like I went to the Hare Krishna Center and I was like, oh, and they had like the food, like the nice, like, vegetarian food and, they're just looking for something big meaning in life. I remember reading, he's like, oh, we're all just a bag of bones and we don't die and our energy, that's spirituality. I mean, that's God, that like faith, that getting into all this stuff. I definitely was always, or like a hippie, just like Yes. What is the purpose of life? That's why what is the point of life? That's why I say I'm not here to collect things. I hate it. I hate it. I'm like, oh, what are we gonna pay the bills anyway? I don't care. I do. I just want to like play music and put it out there and have deep conversations. But that's not life, right? Like, oh no, it could be. It could be more like that. But the powers that be are not gonna let that. They don't want. Do you think like, come on? They want deep thinkers, free thinkers. They're not easy to control. They have to control everything. Mind control. What's it? Like you just said, the social dilemma. And Shannon, you said something earlier, but I wanted to say, like, sometimes it's not even your fault. Like if you're feeling, and me too, like if you're feeling down or something, they manipulate these energies. I mean, it's crazy. I could get into some really deep stuff. Like I said, I don't know. I don't, if I don't like stuff that I've heard, for entertainment purposes only, about what they can do with these technologies and frequencies and things, because frequency is so important. It's consciousness. Look at the alien stuff. Look at the, like I said, the David Wilcock. He was talking, and he's dead. Or can I say that? DEA dead. He's suicided, passed. What was he trying to? If you go deep and you read some of his stuff, not just about aliens, but yes, but what was he trying to prove? He was trying to prove that there's a consciousness out there of this planet that's good, that it is supposed to be love, that it is supposed to be light, that people, if they could get their pineal gland and all this stuff decalcified and connect to God, to the spirit, there would be a spiritual awakening. People would be happy. That's what Love Zombies was about. Let's be love zombies, not just freaking TikTok zombies. Oh, life is so good. Like it was more like, no, feel alive. Our pineal gland, if you guys, the pineal gland, all that stuff. It's calcified by the crap in our water, by fluoride, by all the stuff that we're so disconnected from the spirit. And that's why I get mad with music. Like, you can attack that too with your freaking robots. Screw you. There needs to be like a hippie movement. And there are people, but they make it difficult. And I found that's why I think I had that revelation. I'm like, you know what? Yes, I will still put some stuff on TikTok because if you hashtag conscious people and God, like you could find some people. There's people on there talking about the David Wilcox thing and the conscious and the universe. It's a tool. You have to use it as a tool, but not like, again, I'm so over that. It's not like, oh, I want to be a rock star. I want to move to Hollywood. You think the last place I want to go ever again is Hollywood? No thanks. Thanks, but no thanks. My mind isn't a loop. It's a horror show. Well, like you said, like at least you're aware that it's not. Sometimes I feel like not even our own thought. It's like this. We're like even today. Like like I said, I came to realization I was being controlled. We're controlled. We're slaves to social media. We are. Maybe not everybody. I'm not speaking for everyone. I'm talking to me. But like they've made it. So don't feel bad. Don't beat yourself up. Like this is the new normal. What like it's just like, and they make it like you have to have it. Your job, your money. I mean, your everything. And this is where I wish I had someone else here. Where I'm like, you know what I mean? Like with Dan, I'm like, because I get like, especially when it comes to music and God, and like again, music. These are things. People are channels. You see like a rare. Like I talk about Mark Woodiat. He's a violin player. Like he's been playing the virtuoso like he was like 7 years old. I mean, these things just come out of him. It's like, whoa. Like you're telling me that's not. We're channels. These people are vessels of God, but they're connected. That's why they can make really good music. And then again, there's some who just practice and they go through life experience. Like I was more like that. I never just I didn't even know how to write songs. They were like really that good. I tried. Now they come out more. I'm like, oh, and I'm more confident. But they're gonna attack spiritual. They want you disconnected from yourself. Go back. The reconnection movement. They want you disconnected. And then what's the answer? Alcohol. This life sucks. This life is so hard. Let's numb ourselves so we have no feelings. Zombie. I've always talked about this stuff. But again, I can go back to this. Why? It's like, who is doing this? Okay. Some people you don't want to hear it or whatever. There's people doing this to you. And social media, 100%. It's the new freaking mind control. Oh, like, even I know because I saw myself and I'm like, TikTok, the micro, they're telling me, they tell me you have to go on social media, you have to do this, you have to do this. Who's saying it? Like, and you obviously you're not even living. Like, you're not even like playing the song. You're just like, oh, I just have to post, because this is the way it is, because it's said this, because again, maybe that's for someone else who's like really thinks that being a star, a music star is the answer. No, like I would never tell anyone not to do it. Sometimes you have to learn for yourself. So, you don't want to burst people's bubbles. Who am I to say, But being a celeb, like it's not, but people just want money. People want money. Why? Like I said it before. Why do you want money? It's freedom. Of course. Then you don't have to deal with these jerks. You can do what you want. Money. It's all about money, power, but it's not just all about money. Because I could care less about money, really. I just want to be able to do my thing. That's why it's like you need money to pay for your thing, so you don't have to get a job. So you can't do your thing. So that's why the money. Makes sense. Does that make sense? Jess says, have you ever read the Celestine Prophecy? Yes. It's funny. I had that. I don't remember it that good because it was in this like I did. I read some of it and I remember it was a story and I had the book, but it's a story about. I think you asked me this before and I said the same thing. But yes, I could picture the book. I don't totally remember it, but it's worth looking at again for sure. But tell me, like, was that something that changed your life or helped you, or was it like early in your awakening? Like, I think people who know these books and stuff, you know what I'm talking about. And for a long time, I'm just like, I'm not going to hide who I am. This is who I am. Like, whatever. I believe there's they. I believe there's dark things in the world. I believe that there's people out to kill us. I believe that I love David Wilcox. I mean, I believe in aliens. I believe there's a lot of stuff out here. And I don't, I remember. Well, then don't watch it. If it's not your thing, I don't care. Then don't watch it. The people who are here, good. If you like it, you understand. Not everyone's going to get this, and that's fine. I hear you. Yeah. Well, it's nice. It's nice to be seen and heard because you get it. Like I know I'm just talking to you guys. And maybe to other people out there watching who are thinking, oh, it's a TGIF. No, it's not a TGIF episode. They didn't warn us about the algorithms. That's the title of the show. I see 37 eyeballs. So guys, 37 eyeballs out there. In case you didn't know, I'm Hollis and I just released my new song covers. And it's on my website, hollismahady.com. It's on my Bandcamp. And the link is in the show in Rumble. Again, you could download it for free. It's okay. Go ahead. Share it with someone who might need it. Because again, that's, you're not alone. I just want to, I really truly want to connect with people and help people. I hate to see people sad and upset because I've been through it and I know how it is. That's why I wrote the songs. We got to stick together. You get like dying for a connection. I do too. Look, I have my husband, but it's like before that, look around. It's just like people are, you can't blame people. They're all trying to just survive in the world that they've designed to be shit. Sorry for the curse. Okay, I dropped a couple curses. But again, then even why am I, don't want to be too vulgar. Here, I have a censor button. Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm letting loose tonight. Thank you. Yes, Jess, I think because I remember there was one other thing you said that, and I remember thinking about it, but that's okay. But tell me, like, yes, it's amazing. Oh, there, you did tell me. It's amazing. It's all being with nature and the color green. Yeah. I mean, they talk about that in nature, obviously. It's like grounding and going and putting your feet on the earth. And like I said, it's just, that is just less and less of this world. But there's some people, I know Joe lives on his acres and he's probably out there doing his thing. Like, that's even when I moved to Maine, that was part of it. Like, oh, we'll go back to nature and and then, well, I don't get into that whole story, but that was part of what I was like, oh, that sounds nice. We'll have a farmer's market. We'll make our own soap and butter. And then it didn't work out like that. It didn't work out the way I'd hoped, but that was kind of the appeal. Like, oh, go off the grid. Don't have to be part of it. But you really can't do that unless you have money, unless you're set. I mean, you could maybe live cheaper once you're there, but then you have to pay a mortgage. So yeah, it all sounds great. I think that people do romanticize and fantasize that I'm going to go live off the grid and just drive into the local shop on the weekends. But it doesn't, unless you got a lot of money to pay the bills, or someone bought you the house, or it's like, yeah, people want that because it sounds nice. Like, oh, back to the simple days. We talk about it, right? The reconnection movement, the hide and seek. That is TGI Fridays. Like, oh, before the phones took over everything. So it's kind of related to TGI Fridays, right? Yeah. Nature is so amazing. It is. And that's the thing. Like, you feel better if you go outside and you're rejuvenated. Like, the one thing I do miss about Scranton, which is not a lot, trust me, but I used to walk around Lake Scranton a lot. And I like that because it was the trees and nature. And it was just, I sometimes I would have to bring my phone because I would listen to music. I guess I didn't have to do that. But sometimes, but just not talking to anyone on the phone and just going and just walking, just quiet. But you got to get yourself in that habit because it's not encouraged that much anymore. It's just like, oh, phones, 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 bring a phone, bring a phone. And yeah, heck, that's what we need. It is. It is. So you'll hear a lot about that stuff. Like when people are like, okay, go back to your center, to yourself, like get into nature, meditate. Anyone meditate in here? It's not, that's about quieting the mind and all that. I've done that, but you've done it. I've got out of the habit of it. But it's why they tell people that because this world is even crazier, crazier. Like, oh my gosh. Yes. I don't blame you, Joe says I'm very happy with my country home house. That's for sure. Yeah. Because you get out of the crazy hustle bustle of the world. Like I said, that was kind of the problem in Maine. Like it seemed like idealistic. Oh yeah, but that we had a big mo. They couldn't pay for it. So and then again, if you are someone who, like you said, you working or you could afford and like you're smart with your finance and you could do that good. You know what I mean? But you can't just go there and not be like it was just too expensive. I mean, we just got into a bad thing, interest, and they just made it again. In theory, it sounds all great. Also, I didn't like it there. There was a lot of other reasons. There's a lot of corruption. There was a lot of bad things going on in that town, and you don't want when you talk about it, you're like the public enemy. So it was just a lot that I don't even want to talk about. Oh, but I don't want to talk about it. I have to take a tinkle. So what I'm gonna do? Should I do the applause? I have to tinkle. Oh, I'm gonna play a thing. Oh, and then we will go and I'll just show you where the band camp and stuff is. I'm gonna play a thing. What should I play? Should I play Dr. Wayne just because it's 2 minutes and I have to go to the bathroom? Okay, I'm gonna play that and then I will queue up some more stuff. What do you guys think? And if anyone has any questions or any comments or anything, let me know. Okay, how does that sound, guys? Remember, okay, wait, I'll play this real quick just in case. I got to get something up now. See, I haven't had time to do it. Make a little commercial like, oh, my single's out. Go be on camp or whatever. I just haven't had time. But okay, I'm going to play this and then I'm going to come back and say hello and then I'm going to go single. Are you enjoying the podcast? If you'd like to support what I'm building, you can buy me a coffee. Every bit of support helps me keep this podcast going and release my music independently. You can leave a one-time tip or become a member for a few dollars a month and unlock exclusive content and behind-the-scenes footage you won't find anywhere else. Just visit buymeacoffee.com/Hollis Mahady or scan the code you see on the screen. I'm in pursuit. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like, with the TikTok thing, I started to be like, oh, I have to do this. I'm trying to, like, I fell into an old pattern of like, you're only doing it because you got to get money. I'm like, wait a minute. No, I don't do any of that. Like, it was just, I don't know. It was just a relief. But again, what I said is sometimes these not even your own thoughts. And you have to actually step back and be like, wait a minute, why am I doing this? Well, why do people create art? It's an expression. They need to, they want to. Maybe people will see it, maybe they won't. But is it just to hurry, get ahead? But again, they do it on purpose because you need money to make ahead. So people are content creators and they're like, oh, and how do you make money and all that stuff? So it's a crazy, it's a tangled web we found ourselves here in 2026. What's going on? What's going on, guys? What do you guys think? What do you think of it? What do you think about the aliens? What do you think about this stuff coming out? I don't know. Okay, let me play very quickly here. I'll play Dr. Wayne and I will be right back because he pertains to everything we're talking about. Here we go.
Next principle I call don't die with your music still in you. And who better to quote than Thoreau right here in Concord when he talked about some of us hear a different drummer, and we must march to the music that we hear. But all of you, everybody watching, everybody here in this beautiful parish, all of you have some music playing. And all of you have a heroic mission. There's no accidents in this universe. We all show up here with a purpose. There's an intelligence that is a part of everything and everyone, and all of us are connected to it. And too many of us are afraid to listen to that music and march to it. You out there, I know you have a book you wanted to write. I know there's a composition you wanted to compose. I know there's a song you want to sing someplace. Maybe you want to raise horses out in Montana. Or maybe you want to open up an ice cream shop on Cape Cod. Who knows what it may be. Maybe you just want to travel and see the world. Maybe you want to go into a relationship with someone but you've been afraid to, but your heart says it's the right thing to do. All of us feel something. And in Leo Tolstoy's famous novel, The Death of Ivan Ilyich, he asks this question that would be terrifying to me. He says, as he has his accountant from Moscow lying on his deathbed, contemplating the horror of this question, what if my whole life has been wrong? I've known what my music is. It's playing right now.
I'm back. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Holistics. I'm your host, Hollis Mady, in my new dress from the TikTok shop. I think it's cute. I really like it. It's like a cow, or I like polka dots. Kind of runs into like Baby's Playhouse or something like that, which I do like. Holly's Playhouse. What? This this phone. I talked about it a lot. My new phone. Again, still getting the hang of it. Oh my gosh, but I'm grateful to have a phone. We need it, right? I was gonna show my screen here. Hold on. I wanted to share my Bandcamp thing. Where you could get it. Okay, so let me share this share screen. Okay, the new tab. There it is. Okay, let's see. Uh-oh. Oh no, what happened? Why can't I see? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, this is the part where I produce it myself, which, like I always talk about, gets a little bit tricky. Okay, here, let me add to stage. There it is. Okay, cool. So let me go back here, and I'm going to go to bandcamp.com, and then you could search my name, accept all. Okay, so let's put Hollis Mady. The problem is I had like a couple accounts, but let's see if it comes up. There it is. Yay, there it is. Okay. Oh, there we go. There it is. Okay, so basically, yeah, I updated this today. This took a while. This side, these pictures, there's my logo. If you guys noticed in the H there's an hourglass. And that is a symbol I use because it's like the time, right? We think, oh, the clock is running out. Is time real? Or is it man-made? Or is it, you know what I mean? We get into all this weird stuff here. Does time really exist? Is the only thing really now? You hear that? Oh, live in the now. What's now? But here, I'm going to go down here. But yeah, these are, I was like, oh, I'm not going to take them all off. These are my old songs, you know, what I always talk about, the Love Zombies. There's the old stuff. This is a song I wrote, Ashes on the Water. That's by me. I mean, they're all by me, obviously, but some of them are covers. This is a Rod Stewart cover, Age of Aquarius, Living in Fear, Strange World. But here's the new one. This is the one more important. The Welcome to a Comedy of Errors. And there's my website there if anyone's interested. But covers, yeah. And then you click on it and there you go. It's from A Comedy of Errors, my name of my new album. And you can listen to it. It's kind of loud. Sorry, guys. I won't get taken down for that now. I could play that and it won't be flagged or copyrighted because it's mine. I hope not. Gosh, I speak too soon. Who knows these algorithms and robots? But there you go. And you could play it and listen to it. And that's where you could buy it as a digital track, or you could send it to someone as a gift. But you can listen to it all you want. So there it goes. And there's the lyrics. And it says covers is a return story about rebuilding after being knocked down and starting again on your own terms. And you could follow me too. I don't know if you guys have to have an account for that. So to go on Bandcamp, but you could probably look. But and then let's see where else it is. Okay, let's check Spotify. I don't know. This is Spotify. Okay, I don't know how many of you guys have Spotify. Since I listen to music on Spotify, I don't really use it that much. But when you type Hollis Mahady in here, let's see what comes up. Let's see if it comes up. Hollis Mahady, that's me. There it is. Okay. Okay, so there's that. You guys can see that. And like I have a profile or something. Like, okay. There it is. There I am. This is the one I had there. There. See where it gets a little bit like tricky? I don't know. And of course my head's cut off in this, and I wasn't cut off before, but now it's cut off. Things you have to fix, like, you know. But it's up there. There it is. And that's what I was talking about. Artist pick. There's my pick. A real artist with depth and integrity. The Sunny Window, a friend of the show. Must kill Chris. And then if you guys are on that follow, see, I have 0 monthly listeners and I probably have no followers. Oh, now you have to log in. I don't know. I'm not going to do that right now. But, well, there you go. You see why I don't really care about Spotify? I don't know. Maybe it's a discovery tool. I don't freaking know. Okay, let's see, where else is it? Okay, let's see. Apple. Let's go to iTunes because Carrie was asking me if he could buy it on iTunes. I said, oh, I will check. I think so because iTunes.com. Okay, no, that's it. Is it iTunes? Here, I'll just put iTunes. Okay, here it is. Now let's see. It should be up there because this is the stuff with TuneCore. I think it sets it all up or so it should be there. Okay, let's see. Let's go to Apple. No, that's not it, is it? Sorry, guys. Anyone have iTunes? Anyone even use iTunes? Or is it the Apple Store? Apple Store? Is it Apple? I don't know. I'm just talking real time. Let me know if anyone knows. See, I don't know. We're gonna buy go here. I just want to see where it is. How do I access my iTunes? I don't freaking know. This maybe? No. It's apps. See, it gets confusing, right? I don't want to install it. Okay, well, let's try something else. How about Apple Music? Oh, I wonder if it's on Amazon. Let's look there. I think it is. Because you do this distributor and it go. Chris would know, right? Does it go here? Let's look. I think it might be on here. Hollis Mahady. Covers. Let's look. Okay, and it's not there. Hey, look, there's a backpack with someone named Hollis. Hey, look. What's that? Oh, what is that? Look at Hollis. It's a mask pocket. Interesting. Well, that's not me, guys. Okay, so maybe not. Maybe under music. I'm telling you because I think that there is some kind of music. I guess I should be looking at music, not as a product. Again, there's been so much I haven't had time to look. Amazon Music. Here, let's look here. Amazon Music Unlimited free streaming music. What do you think it is? Let's try this. No, maybe it's not that one. Here, music. Do people listen to anything on here? Amazon Music Unlimited? Okay, let's see. Search Amazon. No, I don't know. Okay, well, I guess I'm sorry. I'm doing this in real time. It's kind of boring. What was the other one? Apple Music? Here. I'll have to look and see where it is. But I mean, I guess the point is it's other places. It's somewhere. Search. Here, let's go here. Search. Let's see if it's on here. Hollis Mahady covers. There it is. Okay, here it's on Apple Music. That's good. There we go. And you could play it there. Or maybe not. Maybe you need an Apple. Play it. Oh, cool. And so I guess you could just, okay, you have to pay. I don't know. So there we go. And then on my website, I'll type this in. I didn't put it up and I forgot, but I will put it up there tonight. Mahady. That's me, hollismahady.com. I never showed anyone a little tour of the website, did I? There you go. Wait, no, hold on. Oh, wait, no, I should have done it in that one. Hold on one second here. Hold on one second. Still up there, hollismahaney.com. That's my website. And again, for those new listeners out there who are just dying to connect, you could go to my website here. Here it is. Okay, there. I'll show it like this. So here's the website. This is new. Now I got to update that because it's out. But yeah, here's the get ready covers for singles coming. And why is that all blurry? I don't know. But yeah, there's my website. Oh, and when I talk about Buy Me a Coffee, there it is. If you click on that, that takes you right there. And again, oh, look at it. Someone became a supporter. That's new. Who? I have to look at that. I don't know. Holy moly, someone. Membership. There you go. Those are the members when I talk about the $10 backstage pass. That's when I do my comedy of errors. And just so you guys know, posts. These are all these are private ones for people who are members. And that's stuff that that hasn't been anywhere else. That is really just for here. So just in case you were curious, 'cause I never actually showed it, I don't think. There's a free PDF. Become a member, get a free PDF. It's about the album. So much to do. So much to. There's my shop. That's what Aaron got. Cover song, Barracuda's coming. And this other stuff I had. And I do, look at guys, a one-on-one hour or call, life purpose, wellness, health coaching, or music lesson or something like that. Whatever you want. I could do things. But yeah, so that's, okay, let's go back here then. Okay, so I have to check. Okay, you can see it. Oh, there's my photo shoot. Oh, good. Chris says, okay, I'm going to get to the comments in a second because I see a couple there. But there you go. So then the point is I got to put the song up there. I got to take that little part off and just, it's out now. And just in case you guys didn't know, that podcast, if you want to keep up to date on them, go just sign up right there. Sign up to my email list. It's on Spotify. Economy Years podcast. Ocean to Ocean, that's coming tomorrow night. And I did put all my replays here. I actually forgot to update the last 3. So I had to put my guests up there, but I have them on here too. And then I was kind of like, well, they're on Spotify. I don't know. Do I have to keep putting them on here? It's kind of a lot. It makes it busy, but it's also good to have on your website too. Because then you're not always relying on Spotify. What if they just decided I don't like you anymore and took it off? At least it would be on my website, So I'm going to add the rest of them up there. I just forgot to do it. Radio and TV network. That's all about the Voice of the People USA Radio and Television Network. My creative services. Again, I do these things. That was I was trying to make money with that too. I do a lot of stuff. Anyway, there you go. Oh, and the EPK. That's what I was talking about too. There's my EPK. And for those hardcore fans out there, there's a couple sneak peeks of songs that maybe no one's heard yet. If you dig a little bit, that's what I'm going to send to people being like, oh, I want to play a show. Here, let me play this little video here. I don't think I played this yet. And then I want to address the comments in the chat room. I didn't play this for everybody yet. Let me play this. This is, again, covers out today. Here it is. It's just a song to the little montage. Here we go.
From underneath these covers, we could rise again. We can live again. 'Cause we are still human. From underneath the covers, don't have to be in pain. Don't have to be ashamed. And we can live another day. Life is a gift, the game we
There you go. That's a lot of footage. I can't wait to get some new live footage. I don't have anything of my new stuff, so I couldn't really use new footage. So, but it's appropriate because it's from the past to now. and it's appropriate. That's a clip from Hey Hello I was in, and my old band Love Zombies, and the EP I recorded when I was in LA, and all that stuff. Ashes on the Water was one of the songs I recorded. That's that's on my Bandcamp. That song's there too. Oh, and also, if there's any handy people out there, um, I need to find. Made this harmonica stand. I play the harmonica, and it's in what song is it down on the album? It's in Hole in Our Hearts, and I rigged this up. Now, Aaron would be someone who would is good at making things like this, but you'll see because I didn't want to wear the head thing, but I wanted to be able to play the harmonica because I could play and sing at the same time. That I could not play and sing at the same time. You can't do that, but I could play the piano and play the harmonica. But check this out. This is really old, but again, I didn't have anything new, but I can't wait to have something new. But here, I'll just play this. I don't think I've ever shared this.
All those nights when I cried myself to sleep and the pain, oh, it cut me through so deep, and I never thought it'd end up this way. No, it wasn't easy for me, but I'm living with it, and now I'm
Here it
free.
comes. Yeah. So that's the thing. It's like I can remove that for a second. Um, yeah, I need another one of those harmonica stands. It's a microphone boom stand, and then you take. There's the thing. Chris would probably again. I mean, there's a boom. It's called a pop filter, and it has this like weird like bendy thing. And I took one of those, and somehow I forget. Some guy helped me do it. I forget who helped me do it. I've had many people help me do it, and I forget there was a clip or something, and it came, and it was right there. So when I like was playing, I could go like that and play. And I think it's pretty cool, and I can't wait to have it again. And right now, I got this other like metal magnet thing, but it keeps falling off. So I need another cool. I want a harmonica stand like that. It would be so cool to have it with lights and like just something cool. 'Cause I'm putting together a show. I have a fog machine as well, but you're not allowed to have fog machines at Rock and Roll Studios. I remember seeing it, thinking, "Oh, good thing I didn't crack it out." It was like you're gonna get in trouble if you have a fog machine. But we got it on sale at Party City when it was closing, so we still have it. I don't know. I haven't used it yet, but I'm like, oh. So I would like to have like a show with a set. So we're working on that, and we're gonna go and play live. We're gonna take the show on the road. Um, but yes, so I am still doing music. Don't worry. But we're just gonna. I'm gonna go. And like I said to Chris, I will get back to the UK sometime. Chris says, here, let me go back to my comments here. But yes, I don't know any suggestions about a homemade harmonic stand because I don't want to wear the Bob Dylan thing. Like because I told you I used to be a totally hippie. I could play Bob Dylan songs. I would play like all and but the head thing is kind of I don't know. I just thought it would be cool to have my own signature stand with lights because the harmonica is like some people don't like the harmonic at all, but I was one of the first instruments that, like, after the piano, I was like, oh, I was in a band. I was like, what can I have that's like so easy to carry? I was like, I'm gonna learn the harmonica. And I remember learning Piano Man and the harmonica, and it took a lot of air. And now I'm like, I could play it. I could play the whole thing. I'll have to record that for you guys and play it. But yeah, going back to your roots, going back to your roots. Can't hide those parts of yourself. Um, Joe says, yes, God works in mysterious ways. Yes, absolutely. Maybe Maine just was not meant to work out for you guys. Yeah. I know you wanted it at the time, but God had other plans. Definitely. And that's definitely what got it. I was talking to Jason about that the other night on the show. Um, he- he's always guiding you. And you could look back, and sometimes I'll still do it because the house is still for sale. It's still a financial strain. It's a pain in the ass. It's hard. It made life really hard. It continues to do so until we sell the damn thing. But at the same time, oh, we just never went to Maine. But if we didn't go to Maine, we might have gone somewhere else. And maybe it was somewhere where I believe in divine protection. What if we went somewhere else and something really bad happened? Like you don't know. So as much as that sucked, it's always protecting you, and some good thing came out of it. Like I always say, the best things that came out of it was Amy, Aaron, and Aspen, and life lessons. You go away with learning, like, okay, I don't want a house again. I mean, maybe in a different circumstance, but not even that. But didn't go out saying I don't want a house again. More like you learn so many lessons through really like through mistakes, obviously. So it's true. Like we maybe wouldn't have been in Ohio and then Joe said, now you guys are in a culture in Ohio that you really enjoy and you got your studio to work and you're making music and jamming and just enjoying it. Yeah. 100%. It's just like you you don't always now I'm quoting the Rolling Stones, right? You can't always get what you want. Everybody, you can't always get what you want. Is this so true though? But if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need, right? It's so true. I love that line. It's so true. You get what you might not always get what you want. You think you need, but you get what you need. And if you can look at it that way, if you look at life that way, if you could accept that and like because I've always thought like that, and think, oh God, what is this lesson? Oh man, what is this lesson about? Oh my God, what do we do? We messed up, comedy errors, we made mistakes, errors. But I always say if you learn, you grow, if it led somewhere or or if you took something out of it, then it's not a mistake and error. I mean, some mistakes you're like, oh my gosh, that was real, but even those, some of the worst things I always say, through the darkest times, through the worst mistakes, sometimes it's the biggest transformations that happen to you as your soul. Again, this is what we talk about in the show. I mean, if you're thinking about your soul evolution and you're here to grow and you're here to be a better person, you're here to get closer to consciousness, like higher consciousness, God, like things like this. What are we really here for? Is it just to consume? That's like the devil. Oh, that's material, greed, sex, blah, 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 alcohol, drug. That's, or is it we're here to evolve and to become a better version of ourselves, to be closer to what things that matter. Again, not everybody thinks like that. And you could see that in the reflection in the world. There's a lot you don't see that. But when you look at things like that and you believe that God, and you believe in God, or you believe in something higher that's guiding, leading, that's where faith comes in. And you're like, little mind might not understand this at all. It really doesn't understand, but we don't figure it out till later. Maybe we never figure it out, but we realize, okay, now I'm where I'm meant to be. That's why you have to have patience. And like I said, certain things, I'm still here. I'm grateful. I'm still just released my thing today. Like could have gone in different ways, but if it's meant to be, it will be. Again, you have to do your part, co-create with God, with the universe. You do your part, put it out there. I said I wanted so badly. I wanted to put my album. I always felt like I had a purpose. I was supposed to do something with my music, heal, do something. But sometimes it didn't feel like that. But you still got to give up and surrender and say, okay, I don't know exactly how it's going to happen, but hey, and here we are. But thank you, Joe, for that. Joe's wise. Joe's words of wisdom. He understands. Chris says, amazing. Thank you. Yes, I need to check how to do that artist pick and do this. Oh, well, thank you. You don't feel obligated just because I did for you, but you could pick. I think probably more than one. You're the only one I thought of. I was like, well, you know what I mean. Like, there's not that many people that I'm like in talking to or who are musicians and who actually like I care about and like their stuff. I mean, that sounds maybe I'll meet more or whatever. I get at the same time what I mean like that. I don't really pay attention. I'm not on Spotify. Maybe it'll be something, but like we said, we promote our people we know and we help each other and we promote our friends and people we believe in. And that's you, Chris. I love you and I believe in you and you're awesome. In case no one told you that today. Chris says, just searched you on the Amazon app and it came up. Oh, good. Okay. Oh, okay, good. So it's the app. Chris says, my mic is attached to the stand with duct tape. It had the wrong clip. Hey, whatever works. Whatever you got to do, what you got to do. Different mic clips and would always lose my clip. I'm like, oh no, because I had a wireless mic and I have a wireless mic in my studio. Yeah. It's exciting. It'd be exciting to go live again because it's just kind of seeing like, said, it's been a long time. And I never really went live just myself besides montage. And that was a little nerve wracking because it really, really was the first time. And I had nobody to help me with the laptop. And I was like, when you're nervous about that, I don't ever really get nervous to go on stage, but it was more when you're worried about technical things, it could ruin your mojo. You can't just be. So that's why you need you need help, but it's going to be different not having to cart around a whole band and all that. Um, oh, Chris says I'm flushing. Thank you. Aw, you're welcome. It's okay. I can't see you. Don't worry. Go ahead, blush. Go ahead. Go on now. Go ahead. Go. My good Dark says, and Dan has his new job, and you guys are on your way to so many bigger and better things. This is a happy night. Yes. Yes. That deserves a round of applause. Thank you. And I love you, Joe. And I love you, Chris. And everybody, you guys, I really appreciate you. You were here during a hard time. And just your support and you, Joe, especially. Like, thank you. And Smeriglio and, all you guys, like I said, I talked about the night. People are there when the sun's shining. We call them our fair weather friends. It's easy to come when the party's going, and all of a sudden you're there, and you always believe, you always care. Oh yeah. I know many of people like that. When the sun's shining, you're always there. But it's not people when you're going through a hard time. So you never forget those moments. Those are real people, real friends, because life is not all sunshines and rainbows, guys. Who named that quote? There we go. We're back in the 80s. My favorite. One of my favorites. Rocky. It is. Let me get my applause button out. Because it is a happy night. It's a happy night. Things are turning, and I love spring. I love summer. I love this dress. My dress. I love wearing sandals. I love like the beach and pools. And I love when the sun shines and it's just light. But you appreciate it so much if you didn't go through so much darkness. It was so dark for so long. I know. I used to live in California. I didn't get sick of it though. I did. I loved it. I love the weather. I'm a shorts person. I hate having to wear bulky things and having to wear, I had to put on 10 pairs of leggings and then the boots and then it's everywhere. And then you wonder why your apartment gets cluttered, but we did really good. Our apartment's not cluttered. We have a garage and I put everything in totes. I organized it. But, when you're in a place with 4 seasons, you have to have every freaking thing, like boots and umbrellas. I guess you have umbrellas anywhere, but you know what I mean? Like there's always something. You have more when there's more seasons. Different sandals, different sweaters, different jackets, different things. And it could get cluttered quick, especially if you live in a small place. And I can't stand clutter because I used to, like I said, I lived in small spaces for so many years, and I always had a microphone or not that doesn't take up that much room, but a piano or a keyboard. I was like always living it. I'm like, so I get a little bit obsessed now with like totes, and I want like trying to organize where everything is. And then like last night, I just went through my old, you have like baskets. Maybe not everyone does. Like in your bathroom, but just like you don't want to throw it out because there's still a little bit left. And like, oh. But I went through. I'm like, you know what? Boom! I threw out a bunch of old stuff. I'm like, you know what? Got some new stuff. Went to Costco, stocked up on some toiletries. Now we're talking. Life's good again. You get to the point where you're like, oh my gosh, you need these things. Like it's expensive, and you're just trying to budget money. I'm like, oh well, maybe I'll. But you got to go and just like, okay, I get a couple of things that I need, including a new perfume, and it smells very good. Because and then there's old scents too, right? Like, I mean, that's like scents. That I'm like, oh, that's a main smell. Okay, there's a little bit left. I'm like, just freaking throw it away. My grandma used to say this. She said, now again, not everyone could do this. It's not like you want to waste, but buy something new, throw something out. So if you're gonna because I used to do this all the time too. If you're gonna go and get whatever, say summer clothes, you're gonna get a new tank tops or a couple new dresses. Now, not everyone believes this, and that's fine. Get rid of some of your other ones, or when I say don't throw them in the garbage. Give them to Goodwill, or I'm a believer in that, because that's how things build up. And it's like, oh, I don't want to get rid of this, but after a while, I've worn it 100 times. Maybe pass on if you can. If you have something new, and then there's certain things I hang on to. Like I still have my that one sweater from the UK I always used to wear. There was like a lot of things I had to, part with, but I learned not to get attached to things too much. Try not to. Certain things, try not to, because it adds up so quick. And now we live in a smaller apartment, but we do have a garage, which is nice. And totes are good because totes, like, you can, I like to label them. Is this boring? It's probably boring, but it's okay. It's my night. I was talking about totes. Remember I told you the guy, like, I sold the totes. They flew off the shelf like hotcakes when I put them up on offer off. I was happy. I needed the money. Then I was like, oh my God, they bought them. But how some guy was like saying the totes were, I was ripping someone off. I was like, screw you. The totes were actually expensive. They were big with big wheels and they were like new. Magador breaks says, I will never do that fair weather stuff. 24/7, 365 is how I operate. Aw. Well, and that's like a real person, a real friend. Like, you know how you spot them a mile away. I know. Like, I mean, most of the people I met were in LA. So, it's just because you just think that's an acceptable thing. Oh, it's LA. Like, whatever. Everyone's a Blake, they'll show up. And they're there when the sun's shining, which is every day, but they're not really there. But yeah, it's like, and no one always wants to be a Debbie Downer, but sometimes people are just going through a hard time. It doesn't mean they're sitting there crying all day, but it's just like, what, you can't be real? No. Because if you have to be fake around people, then I don't want them. We aw, and he's not in here tonight, I don't think, unless he's not saying anything. Oh, Mike P. Mike P's here. Oh no, Mike says I'm a hoarder. Aw. Well, you know what? That's a thing. Like, if you have the space for it, see, if you can deal with it, see, I just don't like clutter around because it makes me not want to do stuff. Like, it just get like, I can't. But I don't know, but it's hard. Like, we have a certain stuff you don't want to get rid of. I mean, it's okay. Just you don't want to be like that TV show Hoarders, right? That's too much. That's too much. But it's also, there's like a lot of things written about psychology of it too. People don't, sometimes it's like a crutch. Like, you feel like you're stuff and you feel like, especially people, because I know my grandma, she grew up, she was like very poor, they were in the Great Depression and stuff. And I learned later that, like, anytime she would not waste anything because, like, wrapping paper. This was my grandma. Mike P's in the house. Yes, Shannon's in the house too. But this was my grandma. She would, anytime we, like, for Christmas, you undo the wrapping paper, she would save it for next year. We would go somewhere and, like, the coffee creamers, like the little ones they give for free, she couldn't throw it. She would put it in her purse and take it home. But you realize, though, she grew up like during the Depression and stuff like that, where there was time didn't know if they're going to eat again. You know what I mean? So it's like, you don't want to waste stuff because you're like, oh my God. So there's that too. And then there's also, it's just like the security. It's almost like security. Like, you feel better when you have your stuff. Like, and I think that's what the hoarders comes into, because obviously it's something with a mental illness of hoarders. Like, it's so bad that, they can, and there's some of them have like a million cats and they can't, like, because it's just, or they don't have help, they don't have help, but they don't know what to do with it. So, I mean, I'm not judging. I know, because I know how it is, but I got to the point where I grew like less attached to stuff. And I'm just like, you know what? And especially if you can give it to someone, I always think, oh, well, I don't need it anymore. And then you will end up hanging on clothes. Well, maybe I'll fit into them someday, or this or that. I'm just like, because you have to look at it. Is it helping you? Does it make you feel better having it or worse? Like, is it really helping you? There was one, I forget the name. My sister was telling me about that. Because I know this because I had to go through a lot of stuff when my dad had like a lot of stuff left and all that. But it was like some lady held up a thing and so she was like, does this make you happy or not? And if you said no, then you should put it in the pile and donate it. So whatever, I don't know. Mike P, it's in the house. Oh, look it. I joined Rumbles just to watch you. Actually, Shannon messaged me and told me you were on. Yes. Oh, wow. You didn't have Rumble before. So you do have to join Rumble to watch. You can't just watch it. But no, Mike, you would like Rumbles. I'm surprised you weren't on it earlier. Rumble's a good one. Like I said, Rumble's the best of the worst. Rumble's where you could have more free speech than a lot of other places. Like, if you talk about certain things, Rumble's pretty good. Like, we've, knock on wood, we never got banned on Rumble. So they are, for that, they're good. But Rumble's, I like I said, Rumble's the best of the worst. I like Rumble Rumble's also, I mean, maybe it's everywhere. It's hard to get people to follow, subscribe. It's very hard. Like we have like, I don't know, 1.4 thousand followers, but it took a long time. And it's not even that much, I guess. I don't know. It's all like people. So that's a good time to say right now, if you're watching on this Rumble and if you haven't already liked the show, do a thumbs up. I'll get like, just hit the thumbs up. After the show, I'll be like, oh, 6 thumbs up, 2 down. There's always 2 down. Like who goes out of their way to like go thumbs down? Like always at Dan show too. Like there's some likes and then there's always 2 or 3 thumbs down. Well, I guess if you don't like it, fine. Then don't watch. Whatever. You can't control others, guys. But in the meantime, if you are watching and you've been watching it more than like 5 minutes, and you're like, oh, maybe this is interesting. I kind of like this. Please go ahead right now. I'll give you a second. Give it a like. Give it a follow. Give us a follow. That's the thing. People don't want to follow it. And the reason why I don't really care, but the reason why, if anyone really is interested, 50,000 is the magic number. Apparently, if you get 50,000 followers on Rumble, you get like, you're treated very good and you get more opportunities for sponsors and advertisers and you could actually make money. So that's why I say, please follow it. You're probably not going to donate, not you guys in the chat room, but most people aren't going to donate. They're not going to do anything. They like to consume. We're in a consumer culture where you expect this for free, like me entertain you, because people just consume and they don't think about the soul or the person behind this. That it's maybe it's your life. It's your Friday night. You're giving, you're putting out your music. We're in a consumer culture where people just expect stuff. So if you can't pay, that's okay. I don't do it for money. I've talked about this before. I don't do it for money at all. Would it be nice to have some? Yes. Does it help? Yes. Is it the least you can do is like it if you're not going to be able to pay anything? Yes. Do it. Like it helps. I appreciate it because if you're not can't pay, that's fine. But by you just doing little actions like sharing it or liking it may lead us to the numbers we need to get an advertiser, a sponsor. And then I can do it 5 nights a week again. And then then I won't always be talking about money. Like I don't want people to have to pay. Like you're not here to just do that. But at the same time, I was a bartender. Like I said, I was a waitress for so many years and one drink, $1. Sometimes people give me $5 just for pouring them a drink. Here we're pouring music, we're pouring conversation, we're pouring heart, pouring content, pouring entertainment. Maybe to some people, maybe some people are like, well, I don't even care. I don't even like you. That's fine too. Whatever. But, there's links. They buy me a coffee. You go out like with people, let me buy you a coffee, let me buy you a drink. But it's very hard to get people online to do anything, to pay. Like it's just, they expect it that we're just here for your disposal and your entertainment. But which, like I said, I do it because I enjoy it. I would do it all the time if I did get paid more or anything because it takes a lot of time. So I'm doing what I can. And like I said, Mike just came in earlier, but I released my single today and I said, I expect nothing. And people are, you missed the whole thing probably if you just got here, but you could see the replay. I've talked about it a lot, but I don't, just finding other ways and getting the pressure off of it because I've given up, but not in a bad way, in a good way. I've given up. I've surrendered control. Does anybody have any questions? Here, let me play something here. Let's see what we got. Okay, speaking of, okay, there you go. Here I am on my soapbox. Am I on my soapbox? Not really. Here, this is why it's important.
When you're truly independent, creating music isn't just art, it's devotion. It's late nights, long days, and pouring your own time, energy, and money into something you believe in, something you feel called to bring into the world. Right now, the world is overflowing with content, music everywhere, so much of it generated in seconds by machines. And somewhere in that noise, real artists are fighting to be heard. The ones who spent years learning their craft, the ones who turned their pain into songs, the ones who kept going when it would have been easier to quit. Most people scroll past without thinking about the soul behind the sound. But if you ever find music that moves you, that heals something in you, that makes you feel less alone, remember, there's a real person behind it. Because good music isn't noise. It's something sacred. If you discover music that speaks to you, support the people who made it, if you can.
And there you go. And that's what I said. And because this is, the title of the show is about music, algorithms, AI. We talk about a lot. Mike's a creative in here. I know he's putting together a podcast and stuff. It's not easy. And it takes a lot of time and it takes money. It takes resources. And, it takes time. This microphone costs a lot of money. Like everything costs money and time and stuff. And you do it, yes, because you want to, but you hopefully it reaches people and maybe they appreciate it. Maybe, like you can't support everyone. So maybe you could support a couple people and they'll support you back. And that's how you can grow. I don't know. I certainly don't have the answers, but I'm trying. Wait, what was I going to say? Oh, and this is another one. So I haven't had a chance to do this, but now I'm going to. And I have the song "The Devil in Me." I can't wait to talk about that one. I played it in the studio a little bit, and I'm going to put on the Buy Me a Coffee. So you're going to hear Amnesia, Devil in Me. That song's all about Hollywood. But here, this is my other podcast exclusively. It's just the trailer. So if you're thinking about it, those 39 eyeballs up there, and you want to support and get extra content, exclusive that you can't find anywhere else. It's at buymeacoffee.com, Hollis Mahady, which again is, hold on. Sorry, Mike, I like your comment, but hold on. HollisMahady.com. If you are interested in that behind the scenes stuff that I won't share here, it's too gory. It's about Hollywood and the music industry. Oh, please. You think you know. I was there. I lived in there. I know things. But I'm not going to get into too deep because it could go political. And I don't do politics on the show because I don't want to fight. I said this is about consciousness higher than politics, okay? Because as the Beatles say, we were talking about the Beatles earlier, and John Lennon, all you need is love. And you're not going to get there through politics. But politics, unfortunately, is important. It's all part of the same weave. It's all tentacles of the same problems. It's all crazy, but high vibe. Above. So anyway, here it is. This is the Comedy of Errors podcast that is exclusively on Buy Me a Coffee. There's already 2 episodes up there, and I promise we're going to have a 3rd episode by the end of this week. Here, I'm going to play it. Here we go. Share some stuff that I haven't shared with anybody ever. I'm going to share it with you. Welcome to a Comedy of Errors. A little bit more of the skeletons in the closet. I will only talk about it here in this podcast. We're going to get into the really good stuff. And some of it's not pretty. Went all the way there just to go back to the beginning. Nothing, really? They'll kick you right down. They'll spit in your face. I was living in Hollywood and I was just so beaten down. I love zombies. So much heartbreak. Certainly not the way I saw things going. This up, man. Oh, man, that really screwed my life up. My mom would tell me, oh, you look back and laugh at this. Really? And then there was not enough left to promote it. I mean, that was a big mistake. It's a shame. And the darkness comes to knock you back down. They're just so sex sells. Just show it all. The boudoir. Characters and plot twists. Some people go on the journey with you and some people don't. Sweet Poison Love. Devil in Me. Where Did You Go, Girl? That's my favorite song on the album. I wanted to see other people's hearts. And I don't think everybody is born to do this. Voice of Freedom Records. Am I too old to do music? Can't give up on something that's you. And I could have chosen never to do music again. So how many times are you going to get knocked down or drown your sorrows? Or are you going to hide under the covers forever? It's about letting go of what was. We have the courage to get up and to try again when we've been knocked down so hard. Life's not for sissies. What do you do with those struggles? They're all part of the story. This is truly the journey, figuring things out as I go. I invest in those who invest in me. It means so much to me. People who support it. Talking to you here about it first. We're going to be releasing it in real time. An insider peek before it comes out. But it's more fun when we have each other. It's not just about me. It's about all of us. We're going to get into all that here and more on a Comedy of Errors podcast. Can't wait to share it all with you. This is awesome. And there you go. So there's a little bit of everything there. And I'm going to share this real quick because just in case, because I put it on there before. Wait, can I say it? Oh, wait, am I there? Wait, hold on. There it is. That's a Buy Me a Coffee there. And that is the home. Like I said, if you're feeling generous, you could buy me a coffee and say, well, thank you. I appreciate it. You don't have to do $10. You could do $2. You could do $5. It's just a one-time thing if you're feeling like it. Or you could become a supporter. You could have this is the one where you get the free the podcast, the special podcast, and a bunch of other stuff. That's the one. And then there's other ones, but yeah. So there you go. So that's what I always talk about. Okay, back to me. Here I am. I'm going to remove that. Bye bye. Bye bye. But yes, and if you're on Rumble, the link of the Bandcamp is up there in the description of the show. I could actually also probably put it in the comment section, but I don't have it right here. So that's all right. I'm going to get it. What was I going to say? I thought of something. Oh, yeah. Even just looking at that, when I made that, the Comedy of Errors, the thing you just saw, the little trailer, even already, I feel better. Like I'm like looking kind of like dark and like small, like, woo. But I don't want, it's not depressing. It's not, but it's real. We're keeping it real, but already I feel lighter. I feel lighter. And Covers is, that song about emerging. If you listen to the ending there, it's about, we are still here. We learn to play the game. Life is a gift and it's a game we play. And I think too often we think, again, speaking for myself, not everyone, but a lot of people do appreciate it, but sometimes you could forget and you go, oh, well, there's always something to complain about, but there's something to be grateful for. And I'm grateful for everything that happened, even in the hard times and the struggles, because it leads you to here. And you have your health. Oh my gosh, so we have an amen. Gratitude. That's what holistics I wanted it always to be about. It's like I say, we come here and forget about life for a while, forget about the matrix, forget about the 3D BS, and just connect with people. There you go. I like that. Mike said, what did Mike say? New plan. Me and Shannon come over and we write an EP. Yes, we video the whole thing. And there is a crazy Sixth Sense ending. Wait, what is that? Sixth Sense, that movie? What's the ending? What happened with that ending? I don't really remember, but I like that. Guys, I live in Cleveland. I think, Mike, we talked about this before. I'm serious. Mike P and I go way back. Mike was my bass player for anyone. I've said it before, but I don't know if you only hear the one other time. But he was in the video and I played it a couple of days ago. Was it last week? And Smirglio, Dan's dad, loved it. He's like, watching that video again, Mike, I was like, wow, that was really good. Really good for even back then. Oh, I see Dead View. Yes. That's the movie, The Sixth Sense. I remember that. But I don't remember the whole thing. Like I do remember that little, he kept saying that. But yes, Cleveland is cool. And I have a studio. I have my own studio at Rock and Roll City Studios. And I was there. I got a new iPad and I hooked up my Rodecaster and the sound. So in the videos on Buy Me a Coffee, they sound good now. And I'm just, it's taken so long. So freaking long. What does Chris says? Chris says, I'm going to say goodnight. It's late here. Yes. Oh my gosh. 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Oh my God. What time is it there? 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Yeah, it's 2 in the morning. I'm going to say goodnight. It's late here. Once again, everyone, make sure you listen and share Covers. Thank you, Chris. It's an incredible song by an incredible person. Congrats on getting out into the world, Hollis. Aw, thank you, Chris. And right back at you. Chris's album, Must Kill Chris, is going to be out May 25th. And The Sun in Your Window is already out. And that is on his Bandcamp as well. So, yes, we help each other. I have much respect for you. I love you. I care about you. And you're doing good. You're doing good. I'm proud of you too. And I appreciate that. Thank you, Chris. You have a good night. We'll talk soon. Aw. See? They support each other, Like I say, you can't help everybody, unfortunately. But if you find a couple people, help each other. It's not like I want anything from Chris or you want something from me. It's like, I understand what he goes through. He understands what I'm going through. We're trying to navigate this world, and it's not easy. And it's like, there's not a lot of people who really will put in the work and who get it. There's not. So when you find them, support them. I'm happy to share any link or anything. But I even same thing, like that, even with guests and things like that. Like when all the guests that I had on, it was only 3 so far. We're going to have more, but all of them, they shared it out. Jessica went right, like as soon as she was confirmed, she made a little flyer and put it out to her people. They did something. They helped me. The reason why I bring it up was with the VOP USA Radio. Dan used to have guests on his show all the time, like big guests. I mean, he had, in the political world, so, but a lot of these people who do have millions of social media followers, like thousands, they would come on, he would let them sell their book. They would make book sales. We didn't get any money from that. We didn't, maybe we didn't ask, but they wouldn't share. They didn't share it. It was all about me. Self-promotion, fine. But help the little guys. We're here giving you a platform. You want to come on our show. They wanted to come on our network because Dan has been doing this for 20 years and he has millions of people who listen to his show. He has the numbers. It's true. But people are cheap and they don't donate. They don't, and then even for the guests, and I don't blame him. He stopped having guests. He had one guest last week who was cool. And that was the first guest he had in a year because after a while we were sick of it. It's like these people, especially in the political world, which is why I hate politics. But I mean, and it's self-serving. I am here to help other people. I actually updated my profile today with that. I care about God and I love God and I love authentic, real people with the heart. I mean, it sounds like kind of basic, but it's like, you know what? And people who aren't just all freaking ego, me. What can I get out of it? That is the way of the world. Self-interest. What can I get? I'll come on your radio. What am I going to get out of you? What can I get? What am I going to get? What am I going to get? And doing the whole radio station for so long, even with the guests coming on, I out of my own time pocket got paid nothing for it. Making promotions, ads, links for these people. Did they share it? They have thousands of followers. We thought, oh, maybe they'll tweet it out. People, they don't share. They never donate. God forbid any of them buy us a coffee. So I stopped doing it. Said, no, I'm not. Forget it. If you want to be a guest on the show, then you also help put from, you know what I mean? Like, get your story. I'm here to help good people. I want to, like I said, I'm just growing. It's not like we have loads and loads of people, but there's people watching it. There's people on VOP watching it. I have a platform I've worked hard to have. I mean, the more we go, and I'm happy. I want to help good people. I want to help struggling people. I want to help people who have something real to freaking say, who have a mission, who care about, like even Jason the other night, he's trying to help other people, like people with addictions, like, they're doing good things. Like that's what it's for, not just like, oh, what can I sell? How many viewers do you have? What's your audience? Is anyone going to buy my stuff? Like, how do I monetize? Like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out too. Like these people come on. How do I monetize? How do I like I want to quit my day job. How do I don't know. Good luck. Good luck, because it takes a hell of a lot of money to make any money. You have to have a lot of money if you want it to go fast. Otherwise, you have to put in the work and grow organically. Trust me, it takes time. Unless, again, you pay to play. Just like the music industry, it's the same thing with the podcast. You have to have money to promote to people buy their followers. Oh, Rumble, trust me. We've had millions of listeners. Literally, we have the numbers. They listen from Japan. They're in freaking Russia. I'm on the radio in Russia right now. We have audio everywhere. They can't watch all of it. You can on the website. We're on Roku TV, we're on Fire TV. We're on all these places, but we don't have a big advertising budget. So nobody knows about it. And the platform sucks. So we're switching. So it's going to get there. But I mean, it doesn't suck, but it's not, it does kind of suck. They ripped us off. They lied. Not the right. I'm going to say they ripped us off. I think it's overpriced. And when I say they lied, it's like one of those things where you realize like every little thing is cost extra. And then like, I do feel like, I don't know. What if you get into it? Does anyone care? But it's just like, I want to put other people's videos on it, but we can't, everything we have to pay for uploading. And I thought when it renewed for the year, it would cost $5,000 just to renew it. It would get refreshed. I would have another 1,000 gigabytes, and it didn't. So I haven't been able to do anything. And I want to put other artists on there. I can't, and no one's going to pay me. So until people so we're going to have to do it, whatever. We're figuring it out. But the point is you live and learn. So I learned a lot. I did a lot. Don't say I wasted my time, because I learned so much. I learned what I don't want. So it's all coming. VOP Global TV is coming. And I'm going to have Voice of Freedom on there, and but it takes money. So it's like people, I do laugh like, oh, start a podcast. You want to start a podcast? Well, yeah, Dan always with his radio network, right? He's had people come on. He's treated them so good. I remember he bought them a whole Roadcaster. Like, he's a good person. Then they come on. Oh, I'm going to start my own network. And they leave, take his thing or whatever. Okay. You never hear from the guy. Have fun. Good luck. It's like people just want me. Where's my brand? So it's called Voice of the People. It's not called Hollis Mahady. It's not called Dan Smerglio. It's called the Voice of the People. The Voice of the People. Why can't people just work together? I would never suggest, good luck. You want to say, Just don't do it. You need to have a lot of money, or it takes a long time. So there you go. I don't know if anyone's, cares, but it's the truth. But yeah, so that's my point is, I just, you show up and you try to meet other people who are thinking bigger than just themselves, because this world is just, it's a hard world to live in, and it's like, it's nice. And I know some of the people here, and you have connections, and people have depth, and they just, like Joe, like he said, he's here for the good and the bad, and those are the people, because there's so many people just hop in, oh, after the work is done, oh, I can't wait to come on, oh, yeah. No, you have to earn, like, that's the thing too with friends too, right? It's like people have to earn. Dan and I made this mistake before. You let people in too early, like, oh, all of a sudden, no, you need to like earn, what is it? People need to earn your trust a little bit. Like, you don't be jaded. It's very hard. And I'm saying don't be jaded. It's easy to get jaded. It's just like, I probably sound negative sometimes where I'm like, oh, like screw everyone, because after a while, but you just have to, don't give everybody things too soon, because people take advantage. It's just like, oh, that saying. I don't even know if I'm saying it. What's that saying? Give them an inch, they take a mile. Like, people don't like, give someone a free gym membership. They're never going to go. But when they pay for it, they're going to go. It's the same thing with your time. You're thinking, kind of have to be like, I'm not that great with that. I don't want to be mean to people. I don't like to be a jerk. But did you ever notice when you're more of a jerk, people are like, oh, nice guys finish last. People take advantage of nice people. And I've had to learn that the hard way. It's just not in my heart to be like nasty and cutthroat. But when you get used enough, then all of a sudden you want to, like, screw you. Like, you have to play the game back. There you go. Life is a gift, this game we play. It's a game. Mike says, my new hobby is finding local business mixers and crashing the event. Free food. Oh, yeah. Everyone in their best khaki cargo pants, freshly pressed polo shirt, and name tags. And me, concert shirts, tattoos. Yeah, you said you stick out like a sore thumb. Yeah, that's funny. See, we're definitely, listen, we're the island of misfits over here, And unfortunately, we have to go back into 3D. You have to do what you have to do. But that's why I like it. Yeah. Mike is definitely a misfit. Ink stained shorts. I need to get some spy glasses. No reciprocation. It's a symbiotic relationship. Yeah. But that, that's what it's just, give and take. Too many people just take. What can I get? What can I get? What can I get? I mean, and that's just the way of the world. It's too bad. I mean, it sucks. That's the way of the world, and not everybody, but especially in business and things. And I like I said, maybe I am a bit jaded. I mean, with the radio station, I seen the ugliest of people, and people fake and talk about people who, oh, they're godly. Oh, they love Jesus. They're Christian. They hide behind a Bible. They quote Bible verses, and there's someone like, they're the worst people I've ever come across. It's like, you know what I mean? Because I love God, but I don't talk about religion. Like, so just because you have a Bible and you quote it doesn't make you a good person. There's so much of that where they're hypocrites. Oh, they're all, but no. How do you treat people when you leave church? You just cut them off. You're a jerk. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, you can't hide behind all that. It comes. Proof is in the pudding. It's like, what kind of person are you? Like, really? Like, are you a good person, or is it all just a show? Because those people fool you too. Just because they are talking about it doesn't mean they're living it. And I'm not saying I'm like the greatest thing ever, but it's just like actions. It's all about actions. Like, not so many words. It's like, okay, great. Like, I won't ever say, I'm not gonna say names, but meet people who are like, oh, gee, and trying to teach you about Jesus, and they're quoting Bibles, and then they do things that do not align with their actions. They're fake. It's fake. And that's the worst too. Because it's like, really? That you're using that to like manipulate people and get what you want? It's mean. It's mean. It's wrong. So anyway, we won't get too much into that. But anyway, Joe says, I have been working on getting Dan as popular as possible on my Getter page, and my posts for him are definitely getting good feedback. Oh, well, thank you, Joe. I always forget about Getter. I hate Twitter. I remember I signed up for X is. I hate X. I didn't even share anything on X, because it's just again muscle memory, bad experiences on X. They block you. I mean, please. No. I don't. Like I said, Rumble is the best of the worst. TikTok. I mean, TikTok is if you want to, like, I don't know. I'm not it. don't have the time to learn every code word that you can't say, or you can, it's like, whatever. They're going to throw you off. I don't know. YouTube. I heard YouTube got a little bit better. Somehow Dan Show goes on there and he's very like, controversial, but it's been going on there. So I don't know if it's under new ownership. I'm not really totally sure. Facebook. I don't know. The book of faces, as you have to say on TikTok. You're not allowed to say Facebook. They don't like that. They're very territorial. They only want you to talk about TikTok. But I did get the stress on TikTok. So I'm liking the TikTok shop. Although the shipping, it does take a while. You get spoiled because Amazon is like literally could be the next day. So the convenience, right? I don't know. So guys, anything else? I've been talking up a storm. Let me do a little break just in case you forgot. Just in case.
Are you enjoying the podcast? If you'd like to support what I'm building, you can buy me a coffee. Every bit of support helps me keep this podcast going and release my music independently. You can leave a one-time tip or become a member for a few dollars a month and unlock exclusive content and behind-the-scenes footage you won't find anywhere else. Just visit buymeacoffee.com/Hollis Mahady or scan the code you see on the screen.
There we are. What do you think? If you're still in here, Mike P, let me know. I was thinking to see how far we've come. I could pull up Automatic Love again because it's actually, like I said, I wonder what the date was of this. That was a long time ago. I know Mike, our drummer, it looks like he posted that like 3 years ago. Obviously, that was a really long time ago. I wonder what the date is because 20 years now? Finally, I released my first single today for my sole debut album. It's taken a long time, Mike, hasn't it? It's taken a long time. Should we play it? Because Smuriglio loves this. This is Dan's dad, and he loved the video. He loves this video. I'm like, it was from like 20 years ago, but it's really good. I mean, look at the cast and although the credits rolling at the end, and it's better than a lot of other videos I did over the years. Actually, Here, let me see if I can find it here. So, if anyone wants to know, I'm going to share it with the screen. Here we go. Add to stage. Wait, I'm going to change. No. Wait, hold on, guys. I'm so sorry. Let me go here. YouTube. There we go. I'm not sure if it's showing it yet, if it's just showing me. Okay, so let's put Automatic Love. Hollis. Okay, there it is. Okay, so let me share this page. Hold on. There it is. Add a stage. All right. 2005. Wow. 21 years ago. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's play it because it's a big night here. It's a big milestone for me. It's my first solo album that I wrote everything myself and produced it and paid for it. It only took 2 decades, but that's okay. This is where it all started. This is my first solo, or not my first solo, my first music video. See, that was 37 years ago. 37 views 3 years ago. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Gotta get it from the beginning because it has a plot. Here we go.
Why don't you just make up your mind? Stop wasting my time. Every time you do this, every single time you do this. Always. I'm so sick of it. I don't want to. Then I'm not going to be doing it.
Here it comes. It's next week. We want to know. Please play it.
You. One look at you and I know I'm right again. The very best in us can cause a distraction. Create the space that I was born with. The pain that you feel will come on automatic. Rejection through the mind's reaction, feeling automatic. Closer can't come fast enough. Protect yourself, yeah, it's automatic, yeah. Trying so hard to come up with perfect. We know too well that cannot happen. The empty rooms control the canvas I'm faced with. This place inhabit
just can't kick it. I'm like a wall of paranoid that you built up. And the short time I've got to wreck it. The pain that you feel will come on automatic. Rejection through the mind's reaction, purely automatic. Closer can't come fast enough, protect yourself, yeah, yeah, it's automatic, yeah. The pain that you feel will come on automatic. Rejection through the mind's reaction, purely automatic. Closer can't come fast enough, protect yourself, yeah, yeah, it's automatic, yeah. The pain that you feel will come on automatic. Rejection through the mind's reaction, purely automatic. Closer can't come fast enough, protect yourself, yeah, yeah, it's automatic, yeah.
There you go. And it goes on to all the bloopers. Oh, okay. We're trying to jump. Now this is right. You know. Okay. It's like I think it's
Something tells me this attraction set on overdrive. When you look at me, you're shifting as I cannot hide. Four glances tell story where you want to be. The release of friction when you're right here next to me. When the words are missing, I still hear you clearly.
on school. Chemical.
Can you feel it right now when you're standing next to me? When the words are
Summer.
missing, I still hear you clearly. Can you feel it right now when you're standing next to me? Creating distance that makes the pull grow that much stronger. There's a force that's between
What did I have to him?
as we move in close, we realize we belong together. Cannot separate, it's contagious. When the words are missing, I still hear you clearly. Can you feel it right now when you're standing next to me? When the words are missing,
Yeah, here it goes. It goes on. All that stuff. And then it's really funny. Chemical. Okay. I think it's funny though, we're at the very end here. It goes through all the stuff. And it goes through, I won't, but if little bloopers jumping and stuff. It's so it's cool to watch that back. But the very end I laughed because it says MySpace, or was it there? Wait, right here. Was it MySpace like Hollis Rules? MySpace, hollismusic.net. There it is. hollismusic.net or MySpace, hollismusic.net. Remember MySpace, guys? Oh my gosh. The live footage is awesome. I have that. Aw. Automatic Love. Oh, yes. Isn't that funny? Hey, hello. Yes, that was Automatic Love. Did I say that? I think this was Automatic, and then that was Automatic Love. Oh, Aaron's in the house. Aaron, did you just get here? We were talking about you earlier. Oh, Automatic Love rocks. Automatic Love. Yeah. I don't know. I've never played that one on the show. Wonder if Smurgly oversaw that one. Mike P says the live footage is awesome. I have that DVD. I have it too somewhere. Mike, was that from Garfield's? I had it. I don't know if I have it anymore though. I had it in my attic in like A basket. I remember finding it. That's oh, Mike, you got to see. You probably don't have it. Remember my radio show, Holly's radio show? Holly's radio show. I was a radio host in college. I was the music librarian as well. But yeah, I didn't do it. I don't know. I didn't do it that often, but I remember doing a radio show. See? See, I'm still at it here. I'm still here. It's changed now, guys. Okay, so let me get rid of this. Croc Rock. Yes. Let me get rid of that. Yeah, that's not still there, is it? That was like a big stage. And we opened for Quiet Riot there. Right? And then there was the other one. Was it Banana Joe's? Or something like that? Did we ever play that? I don't remember playing there. But I do remember the Crocodile Rock. Oh my gosh. Yes, bringing back memories. Oh my gosh. No one else would know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that was a venue in Pennsylvania. It was like a big venue, and there would be like, national acts would come and locals would open, and we opened for a couple of, the main one I remember was Quiet Right. And then remember we opened for they sold it. Remember we opened for Billy Joel's daughter, Alexa Ray Joel? Remember? Oh my gosh. Yes, because Mike worked at Fernwood, which was in the Poconos, Pennsylvania. I always remember the armadillo eggs. They were like, they were in the Fernwood, the trolley stop, and they came out. They were just jalapeno poppers. They were fried, but they had the jelly, and they called them armadillo eggs. I remember like, oh, we could go do an acoustic. It was good. You get paid. Thanks, Mike. Mike always hooked that up. But Fernwood is not there anymore. Or is it there? I know, right? That was fun. Aw, the Villa. See, we were rock stars. We were rock stars before our time. Even then, it's like, oh, what I'd kill for a cover gig right now. I could make a couple $100 and have some freaking armadillo eggs. I'll take it. Oh, you still have that? The poster's hanging on my wall for Alexa. Yeah, see, Mike was with me. We did just an acoustic thing. Oh, my dad was there and everything. And they came up with a big deal. We're like, oh, I'm opening for Billy Joel's daughter. We're opening. I remember playing like Torn and Broken. Did we just do an acoustic set? You obviously hooked that up because you worked there. Right? Right? You book the gigs. I'm sorry, I have an itchy nose. I should just do a break and say, oh, I have an itchy nose. Oh, but I keep it real. Sorry, guys. These things happen. Yeah. This is a nice night of reminiscing. Fernwood is Hare Krishna. Really? Oh my gosh. I was just talking about that with the Beatles and stuff earlier. The Hare Krishna. When I was in London, I went to the center and was like eating the vegetarian food. Fernwood is a Hare Krishna resort. No way. Wow. Huh? So you obviously don't live there anymore. I know you live in Delaware, right? Delaware. Oh my gosh. Well, that's it, everybody. Everybody in the chat was taking a trip to Ohio here. Cleveland. Joe's not far, so we could all meet. Chris is going to be a little tough to get him. He's from the UK. Aaron wants to visit. Now, go on, Sugana. We're going to help him get here. Yeah, Chris might be the only one might not be able to make it this time. But we should. Well, also, Timothy, Jess Wapinski. I don't know if you're still here. But Jess was in here earlier. I don't know if she's still here. Who else? Jason. Where's Jason from, though? Jason's not know. Forget. But yeah, because Aaron wants to visit. Tim's in Pennsylvania. We'll have a bus trip. Remember the bus trips, Mike? We would take bus trips places to New York City. Shannon came on a bus trip. Oh my gosh, CBGBs. All that. Holy moly. But it's nice reminiscing. Sometimes I feel, not everybody knows this, but I see some eyeballs in there. There's people watching on Rumble. If you're watching it, this is a good time to say, guys, if you've been watching the show, if you're enjoying the show, if you're like, who's that? My name's Hollis Mahady. There's my website, hollismahady.com. I just put out a new single today, of my first single, and the next one's coming out soon. Yeah, I remember that. Bus with no bathroom. Yeah, like a school bus. Oh my gosh. Yeah. But yes, hollismahady.com. Go and check it out. Check it out. hollismahady.com. Here, I'll just in case, because I spent a lot of time on this website, guys. It'd be nice if someone actually went to it. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. There it is. There's my website. And what I talk about, I'm just going to show you what to do. If you want to go to hollismahady.com, then you could put your email right there. Right there. You got to sign up your email, and then you'll be reminded when there's new shows coming out. Sign up for it if you're not on already. Do me a favor. Go ahead. Sign up for it. You could scroll down. You can see all the other goodies. And if you're feeling generous, you're like, oh, that girl looks tired. She needs to wake up and buy her a coffee. You're going to click right there, and it's going to go boom right there. There you have it. You could become a member. You become a member and you become a soul supporter. You can become a part of the Freedom Circle. You can have a backstage pass where it really gets good. Okay? Just in case there's new people just tuning in and they're like, what is that? Why would I do that? You'll learn, and you'll know. Podcast, all that stuff. It's all on my website right there. But that's the best way if you want to stay updated when there's sometimes I have to do replays. We've been over this. There's the reasons why. But when I do a new episode, I'll send a quick email. New episode tonight, guys. The only way you're going to know is if you sign up for my email list. So if you haven't done it, please do so. I will wait. Go ahead. Go ahead. Mike says, well, I'm heading out. Good. I'm about to end the show as well. Don't forget about Kenny's Castaways. Oh my gosh. And when we did Baby Got Back at the Back Fence or whatever it was called. Wait, I don't remember the Back Fence. I remember the name, but I can't picture it. Kenny's Castaways. Did we ever do that gig? Yes, that was in New York. And that guy, I don't know. There's a lot. Oh, well, all right, Mike. Well, I'm glad you popped in. Thank you for coming by. You came out on a good episode. We got a little walk down memory lane. I am wrapping up the show in a couple minutes here. We're approaching the 2.5 hour mark. I could talk, but it was an important episode and I had fun. We didn't really get into TGI Friday, but we got into TGI Friday because it's Friday. But we didn't, talk about all that stuff. Maybe we'll do that again soon, maybe next week or maybe the week after. I don't know. We're figuring some kinks out here, but it is a good time when we reminisce and we talk about all this stuff. It's lighthearted. It was a little more involved tonight, complicated, but I was talking about serious things, but it's not serious. We're having fun because it's all about light and love and all that stuff. That's what I talk about. So there you go. hollismahady.com, guys. If you haven't already signed up for the email, go ahead and do that right now. And if you haven't, if you're one of those eyeballs and one of those people on X who watch it but never do anything, never share it, never tweet it, just look and don't, and maybe you enjoy it, but you don't feel like I'm worth a finger flick to retweet it. I'd appreciate if you did that. Go ahead right now. I'll give you a second. Go ahead. I see you. No, I don't see you. You can see me. That's the messed up part of it, right? You're just watching. Maybe I'll share it. Maybe I'll let. I don't know about her. I'm not so sure about her. I'll watch, but I don't want to share it. I don't want to retweet it. I don't want to listen to her music. I don't want to buy her music. I don't do anything. I just want to watch and judge. Well, only God judges us, or should. We should not judge each other. We should help each other. There you go. There's my words of wisdom. Okay, so there we go, guys. With that said, I think I'm going to start wrapping up the evening. If there's any more comments here? Jason is in Montana. Oh, yeah, well, he's a little far away, but hey, anything's possible. So we will get him here. We'll all have to meet because we never met Jason in person, just on the internet. Ooh, see? There you go. I need a coffee, guys. Buy me a coffee. All right, it's time to go. Enough of this. I gotta go on my Buy Me a Coffee and upload a bonus little thing I did, and there's more coming now. So again, thank you guys so much. My name is Hollis Mahady. You're watching Holistics. Again, if you didn't check out my new single, go for it. And there'll be lots more music coming out. Share it if you like it. If you know someone who might need some, inspiring music. I don't know if you think it's inspiring. Maybe not that song, but I think it is at the end there. So, but there's plenty more to come. This is just the beginning, tip of the iceberg. And thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you all have an awesome weekend. TGI Fridays. I hope everyone has a great weekend. And I will be back next week. We'll see. I'm going to plan some new things for some new shows coming up and all that. So we'll see. But I will send out a message or let everyone know if I'm going to be doing a brand new episode on Monday. But there will definitely be a brand new episode this week, next week, obviously, there might be a couple. So let's see where it goes. Let's see what happens. But thank you again. I am Hollis Mahady. I have an itchy nose and hollismahady.com. You're watching Holistics. All right, we're going to end the show with not one of my favorites, my only ending song, which I love. And it is called Lights. So let me cue that up. And again, one more time, just in case, for those 37 eyeballs, just in case you're feeling a little generous and you care about independent music and you care about the world not being taken over by robots and you care about souls, just in case.
Are you enjoying the podcast? If you'd like to support what I'm building, you can buy me a coffee. Every bit of support helps me keep this podcast going and release my music independently. You can leave a one-time tip or become a member for a few dollars a month and unlock exclusive content and behind-the-scenes footage you won't find anywhere else. Just visit buymeacoffee.com/Hollis Mahady or scan the code you see on the screen.
What choice do you have other than to fight and let go of these roots? Now hold yourself tight, you claw your way up, back on solid ground, then the darkness comes to kick you back down.
All right, guys, there you go. There's the website. And I will see you guys all next week. And have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Again, thank you for being here. I'm Hollis, and I will see you next time. Love you guys. Thanks for chatting too. Take care. I'll see you soon. And remember, if no one told you today, you're doing good. Keep going. Never give up on your dreams. Never give up on your passions. See, I did it. Took a long time. In case no one told you, you're not alone either. All right? See you next time, guys. I'm Hollis Mahady, and you've been watching Holistics. Goodbye.
Thank you for watching Holistics, hosted by me, Hollis Mahady. If you enjoyed the show, be sure to share it with someone who might need it too. And if you'd like to support the podcast, you can visit buymeacoffee.com/Hollis Mahady. You can make a one-time donation or become a member for just a few dollars a month to get extra podcasts and exclusive behind-the-scenes content you won't find anywhere else. Or simply scan the code on the screen. Your support truly means the world to me and helps me continue creating independent content for you. If you like the music featured in this show, I license it through Epidemic Sound. You can head over to hollismahady.com, click on the podcast page, and use my link for a free trial. And don't forget to check out VOPUSARadio.com, where I host my music channel and am building a growing community of independent musicians. If you're interested in joining the network, just click Join Network and submit an application. Until next time, remember that you are loved and never alone. From human to human, big hugs. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Enjoy the outro video. I love this song.
Lights shining from the window late at night. I'm just watching someone else's life go by, wishing it was mine. Dreams, everybody has them at the start. Somewhere along the way they fall apart, and it makes it kinda hard to look up at the lights. When the lights go out, everything is clearer. When the lights go out, I can finally see what it's try your best to hold on to the rope. We all have a reason to let go, and it's easier to do, but it's better if we don't.